didn't do the thing. Hello. Hello, everyone. Let's try that again. Greetings and welcome to you, brave citizens. It's me. It's me, Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terrawat. Rainer, you've subscribed for 34 months. Congratulations. Thank you. We're playing ourselves some more D&D today. And as some of you may remember, we're having ourselves a time getting through a slaver's camp and rescuing people. But before we continue, I wanted to point out that, yes, for our games that we're ragafuling off today for 5 of our channel points, i.e. the megawatts, our loyalty currency, Chivalry Medieval Warfare is back on the table, as the individual that won it yesterday already had it. And in addition to that, Through the Darkest of Times is also available. We'll be talking about those more at the end of the stream, but for now, let me introduce you to our intrepid explorers, our wonderful people that we have here. First up the top, we've got Esteban playing our skeleton archer, Talrund.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
And immediately following, we have Rainer playing our draconian sorcerer, Drakir.
I got nothing funny, so I'm just going to say unleash the bees.
Yeah, we got bees. And following that, of course, we have Taldaka Gray playing Sneck, our kobold cleric.
Sneck really likes Sneck's artwork still.
Oh. And following almost immediately to that, we have Quad playing Alloy, our Warforged warrior.
I'm the problematic one for all the stealth checks.
Yes, you are. And of course, we have Palanthier playing Caleb, our Air Genasi rogue. Palanthier?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. And
Sorry,
of course,
I got distracted.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure you're all right. And of course, last but certainly not least, we have Envysaurus Rex playing Piffles, our sweet Gobbo Bard.
We took up our matchwork friend's husband.
Yeah.
And if somebody finally ate some of the snacks I keep picking up.
You're adorable. So yes, when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were slowly but surely making their way through the slavers' compound here, rescuing groups of people all throughout the facility. Now, they'd found that all of the slaves had been sort of indoctrined with a compound that makes them lethargic and very, like, they can still move about, but their movement is very sluggish, very slow. They've been drugged. There does not appear to be an antidote to the drugs either. It seems as though that all of the drugs that these guys have been given are merely just designed to wear off over time so that they can't find an antidote and cure themselves and make some kind of escape. They also came across a large minotaur in one of the cells by the name of Ebonhorn, who had implored the group to find his husband, named Iron Ring, held somewhere else within this facility.
We also gotta find them.
Awkwardly drag a dead body back through a door.
Yes, and you guys also did kill a guard who was standing just outside the door there, as well as managed to sneakily kill 2 other people who were inside. Just outside of this building in the tent city, where a lot of the shady buyers would come to purchase their ill-gotten gains here in this place, that had been set ablaze by members of our party, and is at present, because you guys have only been in here for a few minutes, sort of sneaking in between the hallways and dispatching some of the guards who remained. It has not yet gotten the situation under control outdoors, so you are all still moving throughout the chaos, as it were.
Also making a habit of making all the people we've killed look like they are passed out drunk.
Yeah, so far, the 2 people that you've killed have been dressed up to look like they
Well, 3 now.
Yeah, the third person. Well, no, the third person you haven't dressed up. You just killed him and then put him in the room.
We killed him and he fell
yeah.
into the room, and then we just kind of looked in, shushed and dragged the body back out.
Just look inside the room at all the people, like, raising eyebrows, and he was shh, and just slowly drag his body back into the hallway. Now, did you want to drag him back outside the door and prop him where you're standing there?
Can we just like drag him to like here? Shove him in a storage room?
To where?
Like here.
Oh, down to
Down and to the
there.
left.
I mean, you could if you wanted.
Because if he was, I don't think we can prop him up as standing, because he was just standing here. There was no chair, there was nothing here. And I don't want to leave him in with the prisoners, because then if somebody else comes along, they'll think that the prisoners killed the guy somehow, and then they'll get punished for it, or could be killed for it. So I'd much rather just take him and just like throw him in a storage room somewhere.
Stuff him in a barrel.
Stuff them in
Yes,
a barrel.
yes, I would absolutely like to just stuff him in a barrel.
Make sure there's also
yeah.
stinky cheese in the barrel.
But yes, actually, that does remind me. When you guys poked into the room, you did see that there was 2 other doors into this room, there and there, which appear to be of similar sort of ramshackle make to a lot of the other doors that come in and out of the rooms filled with slaves.
I'll kind of walk in and give the, at this point, standard greeting of, "Hi, everyone, be quiet. We're going to come back for you and, come collect you."
We're going to come and collect you in a bit.
We're going to come to break you out in a bit.
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
Hey guys, we're getting out of here. Just get in the sack. It'll be all right.
Clickety clack, get into my sack.
God damn it!
It'll be happy. You're now my property.
Jesus.
Is there anything different from the standard for this room?
I mean, other than the 2 other doors that are there, no. Actually, you know what? Talron, give me a perception check.
Ooh.
7. That's a.
Wait, was that was advantage or a normal one?
This is just normal perception.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 + 3 + 2. Still a 7. Yeah, you like. You can't really smell so much as you are just sort of, I mean, nor can you necessarily see because you don't have eyes. But the magic that animates you does allow you to take in sensory data from around you. This door fucking stinks. And this door, there is daylight coming in from under it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I relay that to my party, and I'm going to check out the smelly one.
Yeah. It's not locked. Do you open it?
I would try to check in and see what I can detect from before opening it. But
I mean, with a 7 in perception, you can't quite get your eyes on it. It's dark. Whatever it is that's on the other side of that door is very dark.
I'm gonna take me a peeksy on the door.
Either Esteban or Keldaka has drawn a whole bunch into the darkness. If you guys could erase your drawings.
Didn't think I have, but I will check.
Yeah. If you guys could just run that clear drawings command on the map for me. There it is. Thank you so much. Whoops.
Apparently it was mine. I didn't even know what I had drawn, but apparently
okay.
it was me.
There was just squiggles in the fog of war there, and I was just like, "Who's drawing? What's going on?"
a tiny little purple dot in the fog of war. Right there, you can see it.
Boop, there it is. Yay! I've left my mark. All right. So do you open the door?
Yes, I tell everyone else I'm going to do that. Does anyone want to bunch
But
up?
Piffles, what are you doing?
I'm gonna.
Actually, before I open this door, I kind of turn close to the closest orc and say, "Hey, what's through this door?"
He's incredibly dizzy, but he manages to turn himself towards you and manages to squeak out a single word: "Bodies."
Ew. Gross.
Oh, now we actually have a place to throw the slaver.
Well,
People
I open
People jerk? People jerk?
Sure,
Do you open it?
Yeah, sorry, yes, I said I opened the door.
Okay, that's okay.
No.
So yeah, opening the door, it creaks slowly. and into a room that is very dimly lit, but with your particular vision, you are able to make out that it is indeed a room filled with the bodies of slaves that apparently did not make it through the process of being brought here or being kept here. Oops.
Yeah, I vote we just throw the slaver's body in there. It's about as much as it deserves.
Ally's just gonna walk back over to the slaver, like pick him up by the back of his shirt and chuck him into that room.
Toss him in there.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Even if he starts rotting, they're not going to question the smell. It's supposed to smell like that.
Yup.
I kind of want to spend a quick minute doing like a thorough check of the people and kind of category, like, you know, just keeping an internal count of who these people were.
Sure. Roll me perception.
A little bit better.
So with an 18, yeah, like you definitely take an account of, like, you see a few goblins in there, you see some kobolds, you see an orc. You actually spy 3 humans that are being kept in here as well. So whoever they were, they may have been taken or they may have died of other circumstances, but their bodies were dumped here.
Oh, that's it. All of them die.
Politely as possible.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, music. What am I doing?
Except the slave, where I kind of kick his body around a bunch.
Just smack up the corpse a little. Just...
I feel
I'm-
like I'd
I'm a-
give them the courtesy of being, kind of properly laid down and not real religious, but I know death a bit.
Yeah.
When he said to kick him around, I'm imagining like Dark Souls body physics.
Just like do the thing where you quickly run in a circle and the body's just like it gets caught in your feet and goes all over the place.
I was thinking kind of like Dead Space 3, trying to stomp ammo out of the bodies.
Fuck.
Shit.
But yes, actually, to answer your question preemptively to Piffles, the bodies that are in here are in no condition to be made into food.
Yeah.
They are very rotted.
But we just killed a dude.
You did. Do you want to spend the time cutting them up to make stuff out of them?
Yes. Right.
We don't have time.
More people jerky later, Piffles.
All right. While they're doing that, I'm gonna take a
Easy. Right.
look through the cracks of the other door.
Yeah, roll me perception.
Door.
16. Yeah, you know what? I will reveal. Yes. Okay, sweet. That tool's working correctly. Yeah, so you can see out into the courtyard. It appears as though there's another building that attaches to this one from the outside. So you see there's like piles of firewood that are being kept here and here, and there's a large pair of double doors there that go outdoors, but the area that you're looking into is indeed outside. You see the sun beating down into this area. There's a lot of foot traffic that seems to have passed through here, and you see another small structure across the way.
Anything above the piles of like firewood, like windows or anything like that?
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
It just
Okay.
goes right up to the roof.
Right up to the roof. Okay, that will probably be easy for people to spot me. So, okay, I'm just gonna go down to here and just relay the information. Alright, so across the way there we have piles of wood. Looks to be another gate, a lot of foot traffic out that way. And, what'd you guys find?
Bodies.
I found a door that goes outside another building. What about you guys?
I see dead people.
There's another building outside. That's probably their barracks.
More than likely, yeah. Anyway, just, what exactly do you mean that you see dead people? Oh! Oh!
Yeah, they all burn. All these slavers will burn.
Yeah, we should keep going. And next time we're here, I'm expending more fire. Actually, I might have somebody else who can recover their fire, but we need to expend more fire before we leave this particular room.
Uh-huh.
Yibs.
But after we're starting to clear out the slaves.
There is one more room down this. Oh, you're already heading towards there.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm.
Zoop, 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 zoop.
What do we see around the door? Do we see anything?
It's dark on the other side of the door. Carrying an 18 perception, you see a lot of large shapes. These doors are also held shut by a large, like a wooden beam. It's like a big pair of double doors, and whatever's on the inside, it's hard to make out.
Usually a good sign for us.
Is it possible for me to slip the tip of my staff in between the doors and try lifting the beam that way?
Oh no,
Yeah,
the
which side
beam's on
beams
your
are?
side.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a holding in what's ever currently in there, not keeping us out.
You know what though? Actually, that does make a good point. One of the other things I forgot to mention to Caleb when you were looking at the door to the top that goes outside, that door is barred shut from the outside. So you were able to like peek a little look through the cracks because it is kind of a ramshackle wooden door, but that door is barred from the outside.
Okay.
Giant solid stone fortress. Ramshackle see-through wooden door.
Yeah, like this is definitely a stone building, and it's quite large and ornate in some places, but it's not of good quality. Like, whoever built this place, it's not really well made. It seems like it's, I mean, fancy for the folks that live here. It's the only building for fucking miles. So,
It must be the same people who
That-
made the jewelry.
yeah.
Thorn Park.
Building's about as well made as the jewelry. Yeah, that's a pretty good way of putting it.
We open up this door?
Yeah, so down in here, as you swing the door open, again, the room is very poorly lit. But across the floors, you see a collection of furs and the remains of a minotaur.
oh no!
Oh, hell.
It seems that whoever this individual was, they were keeping them here for not a very long time, but long enough. It seems that they've succumbed to wounds of torture, and there is a large iron ring put in their nose.
Oh. Shit.
Sudden question that I'm not remembering. Keldaka,
Mm-hmm.
have you mentioned Sneck's spell capability?
What, Revivify?
Yeah,
Yes, but it also only works if the person died in the last minute.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Does it look like it was the last minute?
No. It looks like this person maybe died like a day ago, tops. Like, it is a recent death, but it's not terribly
Not
not terribly
recent.
far.
This is
Um,
raise dead, not revivify.
Now,
Alright.
that being said, Drakir, roll for me a Arcanum check.
Okay, let me get over there. I was looking at these spells.
You're our resident wizardman. Dope.
So
Dirty 20.
You do know that resurrection spells are a thing, and that those spells fall within the realm of necromancy. Spells that bring people back from the dead, and that if you wanted to bring a person back from the dead, you would need only a sufficiently strong enough necromancer and a portion of this person's body, like a finger or an ear. I mean, the more of their body you have, the better, but it doesn't need all of it.
the King's a Lich, does that count?
Yeah, roll me a wisdom check.
Hold on here. Oh, Wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it fucking counts.
Oh, that's my Wisdom save, sorry.
That's fine. It absolutely counts. Like
It still would have been like 19, so.
Yeah. You know that the king definitely possesses this ability, though its use from working inside the palace, you know that the use of these kinds of spells is reserved for only extraordinarily specific circumstances.
Well, we can take a piece for now and figure the rest of it out as we go.
I feel like we should
The Drakier share this
piece
knowledge.
for now.
Oh yeah, Drakiar shares it.
Okay.
I feel like we should leave a piece for now, talk to their significant other, and see what their opinion on the matter is.
Do we know that this is their significant other? There could
We'd
be
have
another
to-
Minotaur in here.
We'd have to go ask them.
I got an idea.
Mhm.
Caleb's gonna remove the iron ring from the Minotaur's nose.
Okay. Considering the body's been there for about a day, the ring comes out relatively easily.
All right, it's just turns to the group. I know it's a basic ring, but they would be able to identify it.
Actually, now that you're holding it, you do see on the ring that was in his nose, while it's a large iron ring, there is a collection of, like, carvings that have been made into it.
Carvings.
Yeah, just like lines and symbols, nothing you recognize.
Maybe it's like an inscription.
Maybe.
We could show
Other
it
identifying
to
the
his
body?
husband and see.
Sure. I'm going to look around. Is this room what looks to be the looks to be the purpose of this room? Is it just meant as another cage, or is it like just another body dump, or is it storage or something?
Definitely not a body dump. It seems as though they were keeping the two Minotaurs separate and interrogating them separately. Though it appears as though this Minotaur did not survive its interrogation.
Snack, like, Tolerant actively said we should wait until we talk to their significant other. Is Snack ignoring that?
Yes, but that's only because in Snack's view, it's a. If they say they don't want to bring him back, fine, we don't use it. If
But
they
what
say
if
they want to bring him
it's
back,
Creation of his body.
It's like, would you like us to get a finger so that we can bring him back? And if he's like, no, then just be like, okay, and never mention that you have a finger. But if he's like, yeah, then you're like, well, it's
we
good
don't
that
have to
you
come
said
back
that
through this
because we
very
have a
dangerous
finger.
place.
We have to come back this way
We have to
anyways.
come up- Exactly.
Oh, that's true. Okay,
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
that-
depending on how you do this, like, I don't want to ruin things for you, but like, there is a time constraint. So, like, doubling back may prove difficult depending on where you are and what things are happening.
it's more practical to just take the finger now and then ask later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Does anybody try to stop Snack as he attempts to do this?
hold on a second. Did anything come free when Drakier pulled the ring out of the nose?
That wasn't Drakier.
That was
Caleb.
Caleb. Did anything come
Um,
free when Caleb pulled the ring out of the nose?
Come free how? Like,
Like flesh or something enough
Any
to.
more flesh?
Mighty bits.
nah. Like, the flesh is soft enough that when he pulled it out, the flesh just gave way, and the ring came off. So, I mean, there's a lot of blood soaking some of the furs that are on the floor in the room itself. So, you're not sure if that would be enough, but, I mean, taking, like, Drakier, you know that it is commonplace that if you have the means and the funds, that taking a ring or taking a finger is commonplace for that sort of thing. Though it is extraordinarily rare for people to be able to afford those kinds of services.
Well, I'll take the finger so we don't have to do it later then.
Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, we would ask, but it's like we have so much time before they start coming back.
Let's go then. Take the finger and let's roll.
Yep.
So, which door do we want to pile up on? The closest one?
Are we heading down into the basement now?
Yes.
Did you guys want to check that other building?
And there's also this whole area.
Yeah,
That's
there's
Yeah.
that's
that's-
the secret sort of door that was identified a little while ago was there, and then there's the other structure that's outside.
Directional wise, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for us to go outside because we have to go all the way around to avoid the guy in the room and then back up.
Mm.
Otherwise, we have to try and smash through or open up the door that's currently barred from the other side.
That's true.
One thing I like to point out, remember from what we learned from Kalendros, there are 3 floors, two of them below ground.
There is 1 floor below this one.
Oh,
That's my bad.
Okay.
If that information was given incorrectly, that's my bad.
all right, that makes things easier then.
One
And we
floor
also
below.
know that there was supposedly slaves also on the floor below. So if
Yeah.
this is where the downstairs entrance might be, we want to look at that just for that reason alone.
Yeah, because there is another door in this big area.
Because we've looked
else has
everywhere. We've looked everywhere else in this building. The only thing we haven't checked is that other connecting building.
Probably best if Alloy and Snick trade spots there.
Okay, let's.
Caleb, you
Caleb.
coming?
Caleb, you gotta come down.
Bunch up on the door, Caleb.
Stack. There you go. Stack that.
Flashbang through the door.
We want to.
Yeah,
Oh,
Go,
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 Cappy.
go, go, go.
Or Cappy.
I'm guessing we can. If we look through the door, the guy's still there.
Yeah, looking through the door, you do still see
there
the
we go.
burly human sitting at the table, sort of munching away on a bowl of whatever this chili stuff is. And he seems to be eating rather quickly. And on the table next to him is a very large sword.
Hmm. What do we want to do, guys?
Prepare
Uh,
actions and go probably loud.
I was about to say, if we kick in the door and somebody fast but dodgy tries to run in and grab the sword before he can, a
Well,
disarm
guys.
deployment is much easier to kill.
Guys.
Like,
Guys.
What's
I was
up?
trying to get.
Ah,
yeah, we hear you. What's up?
I have heat metal.
Okay.
Burn his sword. Burn
Okay.
it hot, and then he can't fucking touch it. And if he's wearing metal armor and there's only one dude, we could basically roast the chicken from like in his own oven.
Okay.
I was going to ask how heavy the sword looked.
Like this plan?
Heat metal is a glorious thing.
So
Okay, let's roast chicken.
let's roast the chicken.
The problem is, what happens if he screams out?
Well, we know there's
Um,
no, aside from the secret entrance, there is nobody anywhere in any direction with any small range.
Yes, there is.
There is the guys over here.
Yeah, right over
Yeah,
there.
the people
Yeah.
that are on the
How-
other side of that area in that room having a heated discussion.
And we
Yeah,
also
how loud is the commotion outside?
You can still hear it in the distance.
Yeah,
There is still a lot of shouting and the sounds of fire burning in the distance.
Of the room that Caleb barred.
and we also
We make-
Yep,
told
you
all
did
the
tie the
slaves-
door shut, yes.
We
If we
told
make
the-
this quick, they might get it, the noise from here mixed up with the noise outside.
Or the noise from the people they've been torturing.
We've also told the slaves that the signal is if you hear the sounds of combat, it's time to go.
I also have sleep. Would that be better?
We can try it.
I can try and make him go sleep.
The question is, how much
I could wake him up by cooking him.
sleep works based on how much hit points or hit die this guy has.
Yeah.
If he has too many, it might not work.
Uh,
What I'm afraid of.
I could cast it at a higher spell slot.
You could try.
Right. Or I could do heat metal.
Or we can go with the original plan. Someone sneaks in and grabs a sword.
That's not fun.
I mean,
I was going to try using Mage Hand, like move the sword into the fire where he can't reach it.
Human crackle or snack.
We'll call the sword stealing plan C. How's that sound?
Why don't we go with
Well-
plan A, and C? Piffles lights his armor on fire,
Ooh.
and
Boy,
somebody
yeah.
quick runs in and steals his sword.
Well, wait, we have Mage Hand. It's literally an invisible hand, and it's an unattended sword.
That's why I was asking. I was trying to make the perception check to see how heavy the sword looked. See whether or not I could carry it with Mage Hand.
With us, I mean,
So, what
so
we're
here's
all
the thing.
doing this.
Mage Hand can move up to 5 pounds of unattended stuff. I believe
I don't know how-
at least that's how it
Yeah.
was. You know what? Let's double check. I'm gonna double check that. Mage Hand as a spell.
Just close enough to cast this. I have True
It can
Strike,
do
so I
30 feet.
10 pounds.
Yeah, at
It's
least
10
a
pounds.
10-pound object within 30 feet that is unattended. With a perception of 7, I mean, it's a big sword, dude. It's a two-handed sword that's easily over 30. Like that's easily over 10 pounds.
Can I use True Strike?
True
It
strike?
basically, yeah, it's a cantrip, and it I point a finger at a target in range, and it gives me a brief insight into the target's defenses, and I gain an advantage on my first attack roll on the next turn, provided that
True Strike is kind of a shitty spell.
Hey, now.
Now,
No, it's
does
like-
that work
I'm just
for?
thinking that since we're sneaking, like if I can see some of his defenses, then I might know if my sleep spell will work or not.
Link True Strike into the chat for me.
Let me. Ah, no. What did it?
Yeah, there it is.
just cast. Oh, there it is. Yep.
The components are only somatic, so there's no materials and no spoken words
Yeah.
for it. Your magic
Exactly,
grants
that's
you
what I
a
was
brief
thinking.
insight into the target's defenses. You gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided that this spell hasn't ended. So only if you're attacking them do you gain this advantage.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so we have
just a
to-
damage boost.
And honestly, when it comes to True Strike, it gives you advantage, which is you get 2 rolls against the guy.
That's
Whereas
so
if you
huge.
just attack 2 turns
That's
in a
all.
row, you could have the potential to get 2 attacks against him. Same outcome, better damage in the long run.
That's actually a
Depends.
good point. That being said,
A sneak
yeah,
attack rounds.
using it to see if you think you'd be able to sneak up to him or if your sleep spell would work, unfortunately, doesn't grant you that. But he does look like a very strong guy. You think that if you cast your sleep spell at its basic level, it might not be enough to take him. But if you cast it at a higher level, there's a potential you might be able to knock him out.
I don't know if I like the idea of light, right?
Yeah, like it's hard to say. He looks like a very strong fellow. Whoever he is, he looks like he's definitely in charge of some amount of people here.
Let's roast him.
So if you cast it at a higher level, it might take him out. But that's dependent on how much HP he has at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sleep.
Yeah.
The spell sends creatures in a magical summon roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose. Oh no! Wait, no.
I'm
Oh,
not
no,
close.
you're good. You're good.
The 5d8
I-
has to exceed his max HP.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to
Is it a-
suggest is the same thing that we did with the other guard over here, and the one up, and kind of the one up there a bit is, we all kind of pile on, and then Piffles tries to sleep him
We could try that.
because it's against his current HP, not his max HP.
We were just trying to do it quiet, and that's why I thought that.
Piffles, give me a perception.
Percept. Let me get a think.
Okay. So
The goblin sees.
now looking through the door, you can definitely see he's a very strong-looking fellow. With your sleep spell, if you cast it at a higher level, how many more dice per level does that get you?
An extra 2d8 per level.
An extra 2d8 per level?
Yep.
What's the
And I only
highest
have-
you could cast this at?
Third.
Third? How many
Just
how many
one level
d8 does
above.
that give you?
That gives me 2.
It gives you
That
an
gives
extra
me
2, so
one
7.
extra level.
It would no. It'd be at third. It's a first level spell, isn't it?
Is it a first level? Hang on, let me take a look. I thought sleep was a second level spell. Hang on.
No, it's first level.
No, it's first level. Yeah, you're
Okay.
right. You're right. It's first level. So it's at level 3, it would be
9d8.
Additional 2d8,
Yeah.
that's 9d8. Looking at him, even if you cast this at third level, you're not sure.
okay. So nah, let's just cook him.
Like
Let's just have
he's looking pretty beefy. You think that if you went ham on him with that, like if you fucking poured everything you had into it, you're not sure if you could take him.
Okay.
Plan AC then.
Okay, before we do anything, Snack would like to get Alloy to kind of like. Oh, it's because I got the wrong tool. Snex kind of wants a motion for Alloy to come back here for a second, because I want to cast resistance on him without being close enough for dude in there to hear it.
That's fair. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, you move up the hallway, and you're just like, okay, come, and then you cast your spell, and it goes off.
Okay, and then we can go back.
I like the idea of the components for that spell. I like to imagine that Acolyte Snack just literally took his cloak off and wrapped it around Alloy's neck, and is like, there, now you're resistant to things.
Now
Except that would reveal his
it's
wings.
magic.
Heat metal's also only a 2nd level spell, so I can also cast it at 3rd level and just like cook him.
There you go.
Before and add number
that would
roll to one
be
saving
that
throw.
3d8 fire damage.
Okay, so who wants to go for the sword?
I don't think we'll make it to the sword before he gets to do anything.
If you
But if I
you
do the
burst through
metal-
the door, you get a surprise round,
And it is
and he'd have to make a reflex to try and grab it before you guys basically burst in and nabbed it off the table.
whoever is doing.
What if I grab him?
That's a thought.
That
You
is
know
a very
what?
good point.
That would
Well, you don't
actually
wanna grab
fucking
him
work.
if he's- Heat it up from the heat metal.
Now,
Am I
in
casting
5th
heat metal or
edition,
not?
in 5th edition, grappling an enemy only reduces their movement to 0. It does nothing else. Though for roleplay purposes, I would be willing to say it would restrict his ability to try and grab his sword from the table. Having feats in grappling also allows you to attempt to pin and then subdue a person, which you cannot do without that feat. But whereas before in 3.5 and other iterations of D&D, grappling had a lot of extra rules with regards to like pinning a person or doing damage to them or
Which is
restraining them.
useful.
Or what if I try to shove him?
Yeah, that would be a contested strength check. You could try to push him away. Like, either works. I would definitely say that if you ran up and grabbed him, that he would take huge penalties attempting to grab his sword off the table.
Pick him up and throw him in the fire.
He might be a bit too big for that.
He's a big fella.
So that's the plan. Plan ACD. Now we just need a second sword to steal, and it'll be
Plan ACD.
All right, so the plan you guys have is you're gonna basically like rush in through the door. One of you is going to attempt to grab his sword. Alloy's going to attempt to interact with him like physically, either by shoving or grappling him, and the rest of you are just going to straight attack him.
So
Are we
I'm
going-
not
I want-
roasting him?
I want a clarification. Are we going completely loud?
no.
Am I roasting?
Yeah, your
Like,
part of the
we
job
probably-
is to heat his metal.
Yeah, like, we can cast spells from here, because, I mean-
If somebody's gonna grapple him, they need to be impervious to that heat.
No, Drakyard, do not start throwing fireballs around.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned
God
that.
damn it.
Fireball actually doesn't make a huge amount of noise.
I call bullshit.
Which I also think is fucking ridiculous. But fireball,
Basic temperature shock would make it have a shock wave.
yeah, it like the spell description is it detonates with a low dull roar. So it does make noise, but it's not an explosion, much as you would think that it is. But it doesn't hugely damage objects around it. Like metals with a very low melting point might like soften a bit, but like unattended objects that are flammable aren't usually ignited as much.
It's like lighter fluid. It's a quick, sharp burn and then goes out.
yeah.
It ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
It's
I mean,
whoosh.
anything that's flammable automatically goes up
Yeah.
with fireball.
Range,
was gonna say, like-
blossoms into a low roar, into an explosion of flame. Yeah. Okay, so
like,
no,
no,
it does say
yes.
explosion in this one. So then, no, I stand corrected. They would make a lot of noise.
Okay, let's do it.
It is
Yeah,
8d6, mind you.
Like, we can cast spells from here, but like, a verbal spell is not going to be heard 115 feet away.
Let's do it.
Who's grabbing the sword?
Not me.
I can grab it. Caleb, did you want to grab it? I can grab it and get out of range, and then it's not a problem. Caleb, you just want to stay in range, so.
Mm.
Does that work for you? Palantir?
Plant
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, sorry, just if I ask you questions and there's no response, I wonder if you've
Want to
disconnected.
want to double
Yeah,
check?
it's hard
Yeah,
to-
make sure you're still there.
It's hard to pick up pauses on digital. Like when you're in person, you can see somebody's expression and be like, "Oh, they're pausing."
Well, ideally, what I was thinking was that while the rest of you were plotting away, I would try to sneak in myself.
Through the closed doors,
Uh,
that would immediately give our position away.
either that, or I could have just, gone
Well, I mean,
down.
it would have been a stealth check for you to sneak in with a high DC, but it's possible.
Snuck up this way, and just use this as cover.
To like get around to him.
Yeah, to get to the sword.
So basically, we would distract it while we're
Well-
distracting him. You-
Not even. Hold on. We still have Pass Without Trace, and he has a crazy high stealth. We could basically all prepare reactions so that he can try and do this.
He'd be
let him
out-
do the rogue thing.
He'd
And
be
then-
outside of range for pass
Oh,
without trace.
that's true.
It's
They
not
could
cast
just-
on him. It's cast on Talrand, and any ally within a certain radius of Talrand gets the
It is a
benefits.
30-foot range.
If the guy is distracted enough by his food, he could try to sneak through the door we're at right now.
And we can just all prepare reactions, so should that fail, we just initiate what we were doing of like the charge and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reaction still lets us act before him.
Yes.
Okay, let's go with that, though.
So let the rogue try and do the rogue thing, and then we'll all have reactions for should that fail.
I have another idea.
What's up?
Drakiar,
Yes.
do you have any spells that allow you to create sound?
I got minor illusion.
Can you make a knocking noise on this door?
I mean, we literally just did that last week, so yeah.
Its range is short enough, it means Dracula has to go all the way around, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what about, what's the range on it?
It's like 30 feet.
Yeah,
30
it wouldn't reach across the room.
So,
Also,
roughly about 9.
roll me wisdom there, Caleb.
Where's my wisdom? Here's my wisdom. Oh boy, with an all-encompassing 0 bonus.
Yeah, from your experience, like moving around and working as a thief, you think that if he heard a knocking sound at that door and he went up to go answer it, he would absolutely take his sword with him to do that. Like, he wouldn't just leave it on the table, he'd pick it up.
Okay, well, I'm just thinking of some sort of distraction to, essentially keep his eyes off of this door.
In a stressful situation, anything that's out of the norm and that would be distracting him, his likely first response would be to grab his sword.
Yeah.
I have one thing I could try and do to help the stealth check, but I'm worried because it has a verbal component to cast the spell.
What's that?
Thaumatology. I can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute. There's only one source of light in that whole place, and it's a big fire pit in the middle. I can just dim the entire fire pit like it's running out of fuel.
Can you whisper
Not without it. There's feats for that.
Yeah.
It's
Then you can
flat out. It is a sorcerer class ability to be able to just ignore.
To cast
Vocal
without
and-
speaking.
You can also whisper spells if you use like a sleight of hand.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you can replicate
Willing to let me
the
try and do that, I
effect.
can do that.
There is a reason why that if you're deaf or blind, you really can't. You can't cast spells with vocal or somatic components.
Yeah, it's probably not the best idea, even because it would give sleight advantage, but I only have like +2 to sleight of hand, and it's a verbal spell, so casting it could negate any advantage we could possibly have gained. Not to mention, I would actually have to recast resistance on Alloy afterwards, since both are concentration spells. So yeah, never mind.
I would like to actually officially thank Palantir for making this an ACDC plan. Because
what?
the plan C was stealing the sword.
Yep.
And so now that there's two phases of stealing the sword.
It is now plan ACDC.
Motherfucking.
All right.
Okay, so
So-
the plan as we have it,
Yes.
if everyone's following, is we try to let Caleb sneak in this door, to sneak up and grab the sword while staying within about 30 feet of the door, because that's as far as my stealth bonus extends.
Yes.
Which does work out if I'm standing right up against the door. Right?
Mhm.
You can see that,
Yeah.
Mark?
Uh-huh.
If we note that the guy sees Caleb,
Yep.
then we go to phase 2, at which point I run in and attempt to steal a sword. Alloy runs in and attempts to get close up, get up close and personal with the guy.
I get to cook 'em.
And Piffles gets to cook more people jerky.
Even I have a spell I can cast for damage.
There you go.
I'd be probably prepping Scorching Ray.
All right, I got a question.
Yeah.
What are these?
Pillars.
Oh,
Yeah, the black
Okay.
circles you see there, those are just stone pillars. They go up to the ceiling.
all right. I think this got a little bit easier.
They do seem to be rather thin, so
All right. Anyone have any objections if I drive the rogue thing?
No,
We
that's the
literally
whole plan.
just said that was the plan.
Yep.
So,
Oh,
that
thank
being
you
said,
for the subscription.
I need to swap with Piffles.
Kara has gifted tier 1 sub to Clay. Thank you. So the
You
plan,
gotta try to-
as we understand, is now that Caleb is going to sneak into the room, and if here, let me get my thing here. Caleb's going to sneak in, try to move along here
I was
to
on
get
top
the
of
sword.
Helen.
If at any point in time he is spotted while attempting to nick this guy's sword, everybody's gonna go off into the room and do all of their stuff to attack this guy. If he does manage to steal the sword, you are all still going to run into the room and attack this guy, but you are going to do it just sans his sword.
But yeah, and with everyone positioned this way, he actually will be within range for Pass Without Trace right up until he can reach the sword.
And that's fine. I mean, you're going to be behind him. He's sitting at that table eating chili. So if you get in and move along the wall here to get to the sword, then you're still going to be within range right up until you're right behind him. I'd be willing to allow it to carry the extra 5 feet.
Well, I
Most
mean,
people would be surprised.
if he's in that square, I mean, he can just reach diagonally. It's not like he's leaving the square.
True.
That's true. I'd be willing to allow it, just for the sake of it's an extra 5 feet. In the time it takes for the spell to slowly fizzle out, and for you to lose that extra 10, you'd still be hidden. All right. Are you guys ready?
Let's do
Plan
this.
ACDC.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Caleb,
for those about the rock, we salute you.
give me a stealth check.
All of us?
Caleb. You get a plus 10 to that stealth check.
So 20.
You were rolling with advantage.
What?
Oh no.
Oh,
You-
whoops.
Shit.
18.
So you got an 18. That is still a critical fail because you rolled a 1. Plus 3,
What?
plus 4,
Wait,
plus
what?
10. Your
Oh.
stealth that you rolled,
Your stealth
the 8
modifier
that
is
you
7.
got, your stealth modifier is so fucking ridiculous, but if you mouse over it, you rolled a d20, which came up a 1, but it was plus 3, plus 4, plus 10. So it still goes up to 18, but it is still a critical fail. So... Which sucks, because 18 does technically beat his passive perception, but it is a critical fail. So there's the... You know what?
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you a chance to fucking salvage this. Choose high or low.
Oh, God.
I'll coin toss this.
Okay, yeah, 'cause this is technically up to you because critical fails and successes on skill checks
All
don't
right.
exist unless the DM says so.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're
A
not core
critical
rules.
failure, even if you have a high skill check, is still a failure. Like, I go by those rules, and critical successes, barring absolutely ridiculous circumstances, are always still successes. Like, if you rolled a 20 to hit something, and its AC still exceeds whatever it was that you were going to do, I still count it as a hit because it's a critical. It's a 20. You make it.
Yeah, no. For combat, yes. But,
Yeah.
I mean, by default, skills, no. So, like, even if you roll a 20, you can't run up rain.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, barring ridiculousness, I would say that it's possible for critical success to still achieve ridiculous things. And in this case, critical fails to still fail stuff that's within your ability to do so. But I'm willing to say, high or low, Palantir. We'll coin toss it.
Hi.
Okay.
Damn it! Oh!
No. It was for him. You chose high. He rolled low. So you
Oh.
make it to this position behind him.
Oh!
The door as you come in creaks and cracks a bit as you enter. Though with all the commotion outside and how tasty whatever this chili is must be, he doesn't look up. He continues eating. He maybe mistakes you for somebody else. As you blend into the shadows, moving along the wall and over the bench towards where the back of he is, he seems to lose interest or sight in you, and continues eating. You get to that position. Now you're going to try to grab for the sword. I'm going to give you an opportunity to now roll contested against him. So he's going to do perception actively because you're so close to him. And then I'm going to say you roll with that extra 10. Yeah, because you're still in range. With that extra 10, roll me a stealth. So you got to
Wouldn't
beat
it be-
18.
So as long as you do not roll another natural one, you've
As long
got
as
this
you-
guy beat.
As long as you don't fucking boof it. Like,
Well,
you should
wait,
be able
I-
to grab this sword.
I'm dealing something. Wouldn't that technically be sleight of hand?
It's either.
And
I'm
they're
saying
both
in this
even.
particular
Stealth.
case. I'm saying in this particular case, it's stealth.
Yeah, they're both about the same bonus anyway. All right.
You don't get a plus 10 on sleight of hand. You do get a plus 10 on stealth.
This
Stop
is true.
trying to
Just go with what the DM is saying.
Stop arguing.
Stop yelling at me! All right. I don't do well under pressure. How loudly I don't do well.
Stop
All right.
convincing the DM to kill you.
I knocked my hand on my shoulders. All right. And. Bah. Hey.
Okay,
34.
so you reach out, grab this, like, and it is a crude, heavy two-handed greatsword. But you get your hand around it and quietly lift it up into the air. Okay. What happens now?
Is this where everybody comes in? 'Cause that was the plan.
Yeah, I think
What
that's
the
what.
hell are you doing?
Let Caleb get out of a striking range.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You
If you
try
want to
pulling
try and
away,
sneak
Caleb?
away.
What?
Do you try
Doesn't
walking
Caleb
away?
also do a lot of?
A lot of what?
Sneak attack
I
damage.
was like, yeah. Don't you do melee damage?
Well, yeah, I do melee and I have 3d6 worth of sneak attack.
Your
Yeah,
hands,
so
your hands are currently occupied with a huge fucking sword.
Which
but
I
they won't be when
could-
Alloy grapples the guy.
which I
Well, at this
could
point, I don't
bring
need to
down
grapple
on
him.
his head.
Do you have proficiency with the large martial weapons?
No, I don't.
Nah.
Drat.
That's okay. That's why I asked, because I was just like, he is gonna.
Yeah, I only have simple.
So at this point, Alloy's going to get ready to kick down the door.
Halrand is ready to shoot a guy.
All right. Is everybody ready to go?
Dracula is.
Yep.
All right. Fucking.
Initiative roll?
Yeah. Let's everybody remember to click your icon on the map and then roll initiative on your character sheet for the surprise round.
Of course, I get a crit on the.
Now, if I
You
select,
can't hold your action.
how do I roll? Because he's an NPC. He doesn't have a. Is it dexterity based? Is it basically just like it's like
It's just
yeah.
dexterity.
it's just a
Holy
dexterity thing?
shit!
Yeah.
I rolled a
So-
19.
All right, 11. So just be like, eh. All right. So, and this is slaver leader, and we're gonna add him.
Uh-huh.
in, and he rolled an 11. And we are going to do this descending. And he misses this turn. So, right off the top, right out of the gate. Let's move this now to Caleb. What are you gonna do for this round?
Piff hasn't rolled.
I did.
Huh?
Piffles?
Did it not? I did. Oh, I didn't select my stupid thing first.
That's
Hang on.
okay. What'd you
Sure.
get? You got a 14?
I got a 14.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'll add you in.
Okay.
Piffles with a little smile. I'll add that in. There you are.
Okay.
And I'll put a little 14 on it. There you go. And you're in. You go just before the slaver does, but he doesn't go this round because you
Surprise round.
guys are surprising him.
Yeah,
All right,
roast.
so right at the top of the order, with a fucking greatsword in his hands, it's Caleb.
Well, I can't really do much because, great sword in my hand. I can't attack. I'm behind this giant pillar of a man. God help.
You
Could
can like
attack.
you could
Great
throw
sword.
it or just like you could attack with a greatsword. You just don't get proficiency bonus.
Okay,
You
proficient.
can also hold action.
I'm just trying to remember how much is proficiency bonus. Is that like +1, 2?
I think it's 3.
It depends on your character. At this level, I believe proficiency would be +3 for you. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Doc.
Yep.
If he dropped the sword, pulled daggers, and attacked the guy or something, wouldn't the guy trying to pick up the sword then provoke attacks of opportunity from anybody who was in melee with him?
Oh, jeez. That
Because
was
he
a
doesn't
thing in
need to use the
3.5.
sword or throw it.
I don't know if that's still a thing in 5th edition.
I don't think it is. That's the DM's call.
There we go. No, drawing a weapon does not take an action, nor does picking up a dropped weapon.
Okay.
So it does not provoke an attack of opportunity in 5th edition.
That's if you're trying to pick up a weapon in the same square as you.
Yes. Trying to grab something off of the table next to you doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity because it's not considered an action that does provoke attacks of opportunity, such as movement.
Okay, that was what I was just like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Because that would have
There's
been wonderful.
A lot less
don't-
stuff provokes attacks of opportunity in 5th ed.
Which is silly, because if you bend over to pick up your sword, you're literally exposing yourself to all forms of attack.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay, so picking up a sword that doesn't use an action, would dropping it use an
No, if you
No.
dropped the sword, it would not use an action, though it would be next to him, so he would have the opportunity to pick up his sword when his turn comes around.
Which would have wasted that whole stealth section.
Yeah.
You could just wing it in a direction, and Tolerant can go stand on top of it.
Yeah, you could just whip it towards the door. As a movement action, you could just throw it and then attack him with your daggers.
Yeah. And then if he
Attack.
goes for it, he has to pass everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And that doesn't provoke.
and
Yeah,
that
just
absolutely
attack-
provokes attacks of opportunity from everyone.
yeah, just attack him with my rapier. So yeah, okay, I will cast Yeetus and throw.
You want to throw it about to there? All right, roll me a
Yes.
strength check. Athletics, actually. Roll me athletics.
Okay, athletics. Oh, I get a +1. How useful.
Yeah, all right. So, yeah, the sword clatters to the ground and lands just over there next to the table. As that happens, as it's sailing through the air, his face goes like, as he looks up from his chili very briefly. What do you do now?
Rapier.
Rapier! You get advantage because you are attacking not only from behind him, but it is a surprise round.
Still don't think that's enough to hit, though.
No. So roll
You
again.
need to roll again.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll again with advantage.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
even
Also,
worse.
no. You rolled a 2 and then a 1.
What the
Ow.
fuck?
Well,
How
no,
do you-
yeah, you draw your rapier in like quick flash. You like whip the sword, draw your rapier, and jab, and it ping off the back of his helmet, and he goes, "Huh?" and like looks up as the blow glances off of his plate helm. Drakir, you're up.
Kicking the door in.
Boom!
And
This is the
then-
police.
I'm calling the weed! Alright.
Ah,
Roll with advantage.
right.
So
Just-
one more roll. Never mind.
Never mind.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, it's not just me.
You come into the room and start just firing off these beams, and they just like pow pow pow, and they miss and scorch marks into the wall just behind him. From where you're standing, you can't see him.
I mean, I was going in.
There's a
Into
slight.
the room.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say if you want to move into the room, move to where your character is. So you're there. So you move to there, and then shot your spell. That would be your turn if there's anything else you want to try.
Oh, it says make a range attack for each ray.
How many rays
Oh.
do you shoot?
3.
Okay. Now
So
you are
click the
attacking with
advantage.
advantage. So that's 1 ray. It missed. Roll me advantage for the next one. Okay, that ray hits. Roll for the third. That one misses. So of the 3 rays, they like 2 of them miss narrowly and scorch against the wall. 1 of the beams hits. Roll for damage. 6 fire. Ah. He takes damage. Bam. Talrand, you're up.
Hit, short hop and skip and a jump over a sword.
Pew! You make a shot with your bow. Thank you. With advantage, you hit. And roll for damage.
And sorry, that's the second shot with the bow because I get 2 attacks.
Yep. Yeah. The you rolled for 12 and then 22.
No, with,
Oh yeah,
with
because you do
advantage
get 2
for-
attacks. That's right.
Yeah,
All right. So you
so-
do hit with the second one as well.
One I got
so
22, one I got 19.
roll me damage twice. 10 and 19. So so 19 damage altogether.
Plus another 3 for the first turn damage.
There's that, and then another -3. Excellent. Alloy, you are up.
Cool.
And I firmly plant my
Just
feet
rush
on
it
the
in there.
ground with the sword.
Okay, so you
Like-
put a foot on the sword.
Yeah, I'm standing on it as much as physically possible.
Sweet. Okay, you're surfing on a great sword. All right,
Unless
Alloy
has shield surfing, I have great sword surfing.
fucking trudges into the room. What do you got?
I got a halberd.
Okay. You're 16. Tie goes to the defender typically. Is that a thing?
I thought like if you get their AC, that means you
No, tie
beaten
goes
it.
to the
Like
defender.
One of the easiest to remember is the answer is simply that tie goes to the defender. AC, yeah. If the hit roll ties with the AC, then the defender AC wins the exchange.
okay.
So yes, AC versus DC. That is, yeah. That's literally the thing. All right, so you definitely you charge into the room and swing at him with your halberd. It clangs off of his plate mail helmet, and it
Second attack.
stumbles into his thing. Second hack is a critical hit. Oh fuck, son!
He made up for the miss!
Oh my god. Yeah, that's 13 plus 3 slashing damage. So 16 damage to him. You slash hard across his chest. Doing some pretty solid damage. Yeah, you get like a good slash across him. Piffles, you're up.
Cooking book.
I get to cook him, right? Right.
Yeah, you have, like, with the door open, you have a line of sight on him there. But yeah, moving into the room, you got it. Roll to hit. With advantage.
Yes. Hang on. There we go. Oh shit! With advantage. Okay, hang on.
Wait,
You
Is
just
heat
roll to
metal-
attack twice.
Is heat metal a? I'm pretty sure heat metal's
It's a
more
one
of a-
target. Sorry.
Heat metal as a spell has a range of 60 feet.
Yes. And it only affects one target, so I'm not going to roast alloy as well.
Yes. And it's concentration up to a minute. So you can
Oh,
continue
did you?
casting other spells, and as long as you maintain concentration, he continues to take that damage every turn, so long as
And
he
I'm
continues to wear his metal.
It's not, I just looking at it. It's not even a to hit thing.
Yeah, he
You
just has to
choose-
make a Constitution save.
No, only if it's an object he's holding. Since he's wearing it, he can't make a save.
No, you can't. Not really.
Actually, yeah. As it goes, choose a manufactured metal object, such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavy or medium metal armor that you can see
Yep.
within range. You cause that object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast a spell. Until the spell ends, you can cause a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause this damage again. If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, the creature may succeed in a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn. And then
when I
you cast it with a
higher
higher level, so it increases by 1d8 for every level above the second. So you cast it at 3rd level?
Yep, and 3d8 fire damage.
And since it's
Alright.
armor, he has to take the time to take that off, and that's a minute,
That's
10
A
rounds.
d8
Yeah.
and another d8. You can roll one more d8 if you're casting it at a higher level because it starts at 2d8
I think
and you're doing it at 3rd.
Isn't that what I
Yeah,
calculated there?
It didn't.
The 7 plus the 3.
Also, why?
No. Oh wait, no.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, the 3 is the
One,
extra
two.
2. So it rolled a 1 and a
okay.
2 and then a 7. So altogether
Yeah.
it's 10 damage.
There we go.
Yeah. So you run into the room, cast your spell, and just immediately his armor starts to heat, specifically his helmet, and you can hear like the sizzling meat underneath it as he screams in pain, taking a little bit of the damage there.
Nice.
Now,
I
because
mean,
it's
yeah.
a surprise round, we blow past his turn, and it is Sneck's turn.
Just want to double check, Doc. Does that mean that the bad guy has disadvantage
Yep.
until he gets that armor off?
Yes, he does.
And that takes 10 rounds. 10 rounds where he can't do anything but work on off his armor.
That's
EA
weird.
spells don't
It's
work.
being weird. What spell are you trying to cast?
Sacred Flame is a cantrip.
Okay. What's your normal roll to hit?
That.
There you go.
Oh, I gotta roll it twice though because of advantage.
That's okay. 13 doesn't make it.
Natural
It does,
20!
though. Max damage!
How does that work for spells? I don't know in 5e.
That's true. If you crit with a spell...
If
Isn't
it's,
it
a, if it's
just
a hit
double?
spell, it crits.
It's not a 2-hit spell, again. It's a, on a creature you see within range, the target must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Oh yeah, I can't miss this.
No, you can't.
Because there's not really
So-
an answer for it in the 5th ed books, but if you crit on a spell in 5th edition, you just roll the damage dice twice. So
I
like
think that's
if
with
you,
all damage.
Yeah, if you roll a d12, then you would roll a 2d12 instead.
But this was actually a save spell, so
It's not a d20 check for.
Yeah, I didn't actually need to roll to attack. It's just
Oh, okay.
he's taking damage. He can roll Dex versus spell save DC 15 to take half, but he's taking damage no matter what.
Okay, so he takes half that damage. We'll say
isn't he at disadvantage because of the heat metal?
to attack, he's at disadvantage
Uh,
when making attacks.
And that's also skill checks.
It's your did say skill checks. It didn't say saving throws, though.
No.
Oh, okay.
You take half of that.
At a dex, so we're gonna say he takes 5 damage. Yeah, all right. So you guys like fucking run in and hit him with another gout of fire as you guys all run in and surround him. Caleb, you're up again.
We did say these guys were going to burn.
Okay, safe to say I no longer have stealth at this point.
No.
You do
Um,
get sneak attack as I'm adjacent to him.
Yes, you are still technically flanking him, though.
Fair
So
enough.
You get your sneak attack damage.
All right, well, let's try this again. What the fuck?
That's
Advantage.
okay. Yeah, no, it's no, you don't get an advantage anymore because this is
Oh,
the
that's
surprise
what
round's over.
Isn't that what
Flanking gives him advantage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, yeah, sure.
Does it?
Then the second attack hits. Roll for damage.
All right, and now for my sneak.
And then for the sneaks.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Dope. All right, Jesus. Yeah, see, that's where you shine, my man. So you absolutely get a good couple of fucking stabs in on him, and bury your daggers in here and there. He's looking really fucking worse for wear, but he's still on his feet. Drakir, you're up.
There we go.
Magic missile. How many missiles do you shoot?
Base level, so I believe 3.
Okay, so you roll damage for each of them then. So that's 2. Roll me another 2. That's another 2. Roll me another one. Yay! Another 2.
Wow.
So you shoot these spells out, and they slam into him, doing 6 damage.
You should go into gambling for Snake Eyes there, because that's
All right,
The
you
dice
still have a
don't
move
like me
action
right now.
if you want to do it,
Yeah.
or is that your turn?
Get him over to Casino Rama or something.
Yeah, I'm going to stay over here and like help Caleb, not Caleb, Talrand hold down the sword.
Okay. Talrand, you're up. Phew. Both of those hit. Roll me some damage. Eh.
A lot of consistent rolls tonight.
So you catch him, and on the second arrow, as you like catch him one in the chest, and then the second arrow sings through the air, catching him through the eye slit on his helmet, and he slowly flumps forward down into his chili. You guys have won.
now I have to clean chili off those arrows. Ah.
Bleh.
Huh. You think that would have alerted someone? Oh well.
It's pretty quick and dirty.
Oh no, this chili's too hot.
All right, I'm
These weren't
gonna turn.
jalapenos, they were Carolina Reapers.
Technically, the metal the metal of his armor is still super hot.
Yeah, as his face falls forward into his chili from being hit, the arrow that was in his face breaks, and his helmet, as it falls into the chili forward, sizzles and bubbles, as it is still very hot.
Okay.
Oh no, ghost chili. All right.
It's okay. You just gotta let the meat rest.
All
The
right,
only
so-
real loud thing that occurred from that was perhaps some clanging, which I believe they're still ringing a bell outside.
Yeah.
There is still some commotion. Actually, Talrand, now that you're in the center of the fortress, give me perception.
Like that 20 perception there.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's solid.
That's good.
That's good.
Does Alloy want the great sword?
Aloy, you want that greatsword?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Or with a 20 in perception, outside, you still hear the sounds of the like the village burning, the tent city that's out there. You still hear the raging sounds of fire and people shouting and yelling and running around and moving about. Though the commotion that you are hearing surrounding the sounds of flames is starting to die out just a little bit.
Well, folks, we should get into this basement.
We need to go.
Quickly.
All right, turning my attention to the secret door, possibly to the secret tunnel. All
I
right.
checked the body though for useful things.
He's wearing sort of like a mishmash of very aggressive, crude plate mail. It seems that a great deal of his strength comes from purely the brawn that he carries with him. Like, his armor was offering him some defense, but not a tremendous amount. You see attached to his hip, there's a small coin purse, in which is, I'm going to say, 30 gold pieces and 5 pieces of platinum.
Wow.
Do we want to take his body to throw into a room of enemies as an intimidation method?
No, we don't really have the time.
No, direct body.
No keys, no handcuffs, no.
It doesn't seem that he has anything on him, though you do see on the table where he was eating, there was a ring of keys.
I take the ring of keys.
Sweet.
All right, secret door. I'm standing in front of it, looking
All
for a switch.
Roll me perception.
Only perception. Only percepciones. Oh, come the fuck!
So you see where the wall itself, like you see the two lines where it's very clearly a false wall that you identified earlier, where like the stonework, the masonry doesn't quite add up. But however it opens, you're not necessarily sure. Looking around, you don't see any other stones that appear to be pressable or any levers around.
Hey, Doc, does the door appear to be locked, or is it just closed and we can't figure out how to open it?
It appears, well, it's a false wall, so it's just closed and it's smooth. Like, there's no handles, there's no keyholes or anything like that on it.
Did that 10 on perception let me see any way to open it?
Nah. Looking around on it, you're not seeing if there's anything else there.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah?
Could I use this to force it open?
You manifest a minor wonder, a sign of supernatural power within range. You create one of the following magical effects within range. Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud for normal for a minute. You cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, change color. You cause harmless tremors in the ground for a minute. You create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point you choose within range, such as rumble of thunder, or cry of a raven, or ominous whispers. You instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. You could attempt that if you wanted to.
I'll give it a shot. It's just a cantrip.
Yeah. Casting the spell itself, like you let loose this spell, you speak your word of power because it only has a verbal component, and the wall heaves a little bit, but then stops.
Well, what do I say?
Estebane, with a 24 in perception, you're not particularly you're good at spotting stuff. You're not particularly good at spotting these kinds of things, with roguery and whatnot not being your particular choice of profession. But with a 24, you do notice to the right of the wall there is a torch sitting in a torch holder, but it's not lit. And looking around the room, it's the only one that's there. There are no other torch holders.
I go over and pull on the torch holder.
You just like walk up and tug on it?
Yeah.
Tugging on it doesn't do anything, no.
I look at Caleb and say, so there's only one of these in the entire room. Your thoughts?
Got a flint and steel?
Turning it?
Twist it.
Does it twist?
Pop it.
It does. When you twist it, the torch does like sort of twist in its holder, but it doesn't do anything. Though you do notice that the torch does not remove from the holder on the wall.
All right. All right. We've tried pulling it. We've tried twisting it.
You take it out?
Pushing it doesn't do anything. No.
I light it on fire.
Bingo. As you like get up there and you use whatever means by which to light that on fire.
I have a tinderbox.
Yeah, you got a little flint and tinder. You tick tick, and the sparks land on the tip of the torch, lighting it up. And as the tip of the torch lights up, the door creaks and slides open.
That was a very unsubtle opening.
Oh yeah, it's super it wasn't insanely loud, but it was definitely unsubtle. Revealing to you guys in this space a sort of a collection of debris in one little corner there, and some stairs that wind down into the dark.
Anything interesting in the debris?
Yeah, just looks like some extra crap that's been left there.
Well, folks, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Into the dock.
Into the hole.
Before we go down,
Yep.
can I hear or detect anything coming out of the hole?
From deep down in the hole itself, you feel, because you got a fucking 24 perception, I'm gonna let you carry that. From down into this hole, you feel an intense heat coming up.
Into the pit.
We've only found
Relay that
one of
to
the
everybody.
succubi.
All right, so you guys head on down. Let me just load the next map. Bring you guys in here. There you go. So, going down the stairs, you guys eventually find yourselves in, the stairs sort of give way after a little bit to just a roughly hewn tunnel that goes deeper and deeper into the earth. Eventually, the oppressive heat additionally gives way to the sounds of an unnatural churning of energy.
Unfortunately, I do not get my fire resistance until next level.
Let's turn that down just a little bit. There we go.
Are we still further back in the tunnel, or are we at where the arrow is pointing?
It's up to you. But I'm just the arrow was there just to kind of show you guys where you were coming into the thing here. I'll clear the drawings off of this map here.
Are you gonna throw us to volcano sharks?
We need a Piffles and a Caleb to arrive.
Yeah. Oh shit! I gotta do that.
Whoops. But yeah, if you guys wanna situate yourself sort of in the tunnel itself, as you guys are coming in.
Sneakily leading
I
the
didn't
way.
do the token thing. I just did the other thing. Shit. Why would it do it
Doc-
some and then not the other?
Doc, we need a piffle token.
Yeah, I don't think there's a token associated with your
Whoops.
character sheet yet.
Here,
There should be. I have.
I'm sorry
Holy-
that it keeps doing that. I don't know why.
It's weird.
For Piffles, if I drag and drop you onto the thing, it does that. But for some reason, you do not
It
have
keeps making me a
the
square.
ability
I
to
don't
do that.
We might want to update Piff's
I have
to drag
given
an
her a
token
token,
anyway. Now,
and
now
I've
that
given
we
her
have-
permissions. So
A Piffle.
Sorry, all of you were talking over each other. What?
Are you trying to drag from your picture or your name? Because the picture doesn't work. The name is what you have to drag from.
When I try to drag from my name, it doesn't. Hang on. Oh, there we go.
There.
Nope, I've managed it.
and
Okay.
now we've solved it. We've solved the mystery. All right. Now let me just say that this is Piffles. Okay, this should be your HP bar. This is your AC.
Yep.
Got it. Sweet.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys know how to.
we've been doing it, I think.
We can put them in, but you're the only one that's allowed to set them up a base stand.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Oh, this might be a good time to find brimstone and maybe some bat guano for Shaman's List.
Ooh.
Keep
an eye out on it.
Is alloy. That's
Brimstone and bat poop.
P. There we go. That's your AC. Save.
You should be able to save it so that it already reconfigures the tokens.
I do, and then it erases the information every time.
Huh.
Every time you do it, it just fucks right off. Jesus,
Maybe we can
hell's
find.
loud.
And we could even find a chunk of quartz for Shaman as well.
There you go. Jesus Christ.
Anyways,
Sorry about that.
shall we?
Hell got really loud there for a second. I apologize. All right. And I'll put you there. Does everybody got their stats? Everybody is good. Snack.
I just did mine on my own.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to find where you're fucking... Alright, what is your character called? Acolyte Snack. Okay, that's why I'm not able to find you. There we go. This is your HP. and
First
this
name
is your
Acolyte, last name
AC.
Snack.
Saved. Yeah.
First
First name, Snack loves Kim.
Drakir.
While we're outside of combat, I am burning 2 sorcery points to get back a first level spell slot.
Go for it. I'll allow it. Alright, cool. Looks like we got... Okay, for some reason that didn't save. And that's your AC. Bingo. There we go.
I specifically left out that 14 in there so I wouldn't get the blue bar, because that's not really something that changes. It doesn't need a bar.
Alright, now are you guys sneaking down here?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Probably a good idea.
Okay.
Always yes.
Everybody roll me
Roll a stealth.
stealth plus 10.
Stealth.
Alright, 27. That is
Oh, shit, I still have my
22,
advantage.
19, 17. Alloy comes in with a 20.
Whoops.
Caleb comes
22.
in with a 32.
Six.
Now you move to that position there,
I need
Alloy?
to clean this mouse.
Yeah, I figured Aloy would probably be at the front of the group.
Okay, so I'm gonna say from where you are, you do see the rest of this room. I'm just gonna go through and open this up and reveal the rest of this area here. Across the bridge there, where I've like drawn that line, that is just wall. Like it doesn't go anywhere else. It doesn't go any further. Oh, where you moved? Where'd you go?
I was just like moving back behind.
Oh yeah. So like when you kind of like sneak and peek around the corner there, you do see everybody. You guys see what looks to be a tear in reality, going down into a great fiery realm below you.
Fuck.
Hmm.
I know.
Oh, Doc, have we been in here for an hour yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys kind of come down this tunnel and you see there's this huge, like, tear. And it's a great chasm that goes down, and you feel an intense heat and light coming up out of it, as well as distant screams and other horrible sounds. Standing across a wooden bridge, you see there is indeed one of those individuals that you had been warned about earlier. There is a Cambion standing on the other side of this bridge. The bridge, despite the fact that it's made of wood and rope, does not appear affected by the intense heat and energies that are pouring out of this chasm. The Cambion that's standing on the other side of the bridge has her hands up and is chanting.
Time to break a concentration check.
Can I roll a knowledge check to figure out what she's doing?
Yeah, actually, go for it.
What check do you want?
Roll. Do you have knowledge religion?
No.
No.
But I can roll religion if you'd like, if that's what you'd like me to do.
Yeah, go for it. Drekir also rolled knowledge religion, so
With
we'll
advantage.
see what you get. A 10. So, like, Talrand, peeking out around the corner, seeing, like, and hearing her chanting, you don't know what she's doing. Drakir, though, hearing this chanting, that does sound like a communication spell of some kind. You're not sure what, but this individual seems to be attempting to commune with someone or something.
Can I try
That is some
peek
kind
around?
of communication spell. No idea which one,
You want to peek
but-
around the corner?
Yeah, see if there's anyone else here, if
What was
possible.
Your stealth was like a 20, so yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
allow that. Seems that like most people, yeah, you peek around the corner, and you do see that on your side of the bridge there are two orcish women on their knees, and their hands bound and their heads bowed down, their eyes closed. Standing behind them is a succubus holding her hands over both of their heads. Seemingly having them both in some kind of enthralling spell. Just behind, you see up there's like a collection of tables and a large bed with some candles lit next to it.
I think we need to murder hobo these two.
Murder hobo, you say?
Sooner
Okay.
rather than later, I might concur, yeah. But do you think we can take them?
I don't think we have much choice if we want to try and save these two. And that was our goal.
All right.
It doesn't help that that Cambion hat. Wait. What kind of knowledge check would it be to know what kind of resistances and immunities Cambions have?
That would either be religion or dungeoneering.
Can I try again?
You
What?
rolled a religion at an 18. I'll let that carry. I'll let you carry
you
the
let that-
18. It's fine.
Okay.
What kind of things are you trying to know about the Cambion?
What kind of resistances and immunities do they have? To what elements?
Let's see. They are resistant to cold, fire, lightning, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks.
Just resistant, not immune to any of them.
It does not possess any immunities, no.
I can deal some limited amounts of damage then.
Mhm.
I think we are quite literally just dealing half damage to both of them. Because we don't have magical weapons. And it's resistant to most types of regular damage. With the exception of, like, force magic, which is your magic missile.
I also
Just means we have to hit them a few more times.
I also have Dragon's Breath, which I could use to say give two people shock damage.
Lightning breath.
Doc, with the stealth I rolled, can I sneak up behind the succubus?
Let's see. Yeah, you rolled like crazy high in your stealth. You got like a 32.
Yeah.
So you could, if you wanted to try and like get back in around to behind the succubus, you could attempt that. As the Cambion appears to be distracted.
All right. And it's pretty much just a rope bridge spanning that chasm.
Mm-hmm.
A weird rope bridge.
Yeah, a strange rope bridge to be sure, but just a rope bridge nonetheless. Now that's you. That's you.
All right.
Dragon's Breath really isn't worth it right now. Not.
Especially when we don't want to hit the two enthralled people.
Mm-hmm.
I could get behind her. Okay. How about this then? Instead of us just standing around hoping for the Black King to just reach out and slap him.
Reach out and touch me. Bow, bow,
All right.
Fuck.
You two divide your attention on the Cambrian and the succubus as you see fit. I'm gonna sneak behind the succubus and wait for the signal for you guys to rock and roll. How's that sound? Because otherwise, if we wait any longer, whatever the hell they're gonna do, they're gonna finish, and we're gonna have more shit to deal with.
I say we go all out on this one. Talrand immediately dips some black steel arrows into the brown alert.
Okay.
Oh no.
Nice.
no.
Oh no.
Takes out a
Oh, no.
takes out a jar of acid and says, "Who's good at throwing?"
We don't want to throw at the succubus with that.
No, we throw it at the bridge.
Oh. Devilish laugh.
Fire resistant, yes. It says nothing about acid resistant, potentially.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, you do that. I'll sneak up behind succubus and give her the stabby, coup de Gracie.
And
Yes. Okay.
so you'll sneak up, and then we'll open up with me attempting to shoot a variety of creatures with the brown alert. Somebody will huck some acid at a bridge, and then we'll pile on the succubus. Sound like a plan to people?
Sounds
like a
good.
plan.
Sounds weird when you say it like that.
As you guys are preparing and passing things back and forth between you, who would like to? What's everyone's passive perception?
15.
14.
16.
Well,
14.
What's my passive perception under again?
It's your perception plus 10.
Yeah, it's your perception bonus.
Yours would be 13, Piff.
Yeah, 13. Yep.
So yeah, that's good. Nobody's got like negatives.
No.
I just want to be sure. From across the way, you see the Cambion with her hands up, great big wings open, as she is chanting. The words that she was chanting don't seem known to you, but then suddenly they change into the common tongue.
Pleasant Infernal.
And there is a shift. Actually, wait, no, sorry, yes. Well, actually, yeah, it was infernal, but you weren't catching on to what the words were being used for because you failed the knowledge check.
I speak Infernal, though.
So do I.
So I should understand the words even if I don't know what the spell is about.
Well, yes, but if a person has their hands in the air and is going like, chair, apples, sofa, you're like, I don't know what they're doing. Like, whereas Drakir was like, that's a communication spell of some kind. So she stops speaking in Infernal as she's chanting through what appears to be to most of you just random words, and suddenly switches over to Common. Her hands still up and her wings still open. She turns her gaze from up to down into the great chasm, and she speaks out.
Master, you have told me to gather these here. We have done as you've asked. What is your next command?
Caleb, sneak in while she's doing this.
Yep.
We're not waiting for them to do this. Caleb, start sneaking now.
Yep.
As soon as Caleb's in position, I'm opening fire. Fuck this.
As Caleb is moving around into position, you hear a roaring voice speak up out from the chasm. It appears to sound as though thousands and thousands of voices speak in unison.
Oh,
My children, long have you served me.
That's not gonna be good, is it?
You have done
I'm sorry I didn't get that last one there.
Company.
Fuck.
And
Firing.
just as you get into position, she gets a small confused look on her face and then turns her attention to you as you immediately make your attack.
Fuck.
Do I have advantage on this firing?
I'm gonna say no, because you guys do get a round without them, so I'm gonna let everybody take an action, and then we'll all roll initiative. So Caleb, with your rapier at 14, moving into the room, you just narrowly miss her. As you leap out of the shadows and take a stab at her, she deftly moves to one side.
Okay.
And you just narrowly miss her.
With my magic missile, one's going to the succubus, two is going. The 3 and the 5, the 3 and the second 5 are going for the Cambion.
Okay. So they take that damage, absolutely. The the magic missiles slam across all over the room, flying in every which way. And yeah, so they take that. And Talrand. Hell yeah, dog. Who are you aiming at?
Can I quickly put Bardic Inspiration on him? It's a bonus action.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
Okay, awesome. So you get one free d6, one free d6 on whatever you're doing.
Dope.
Okay. So I was firing at the Cambion.
Yeah.
Just because she's the big target, and everyone can pile on the succubus.
Yep.
So the first one with a 24. I'm going to use the d6 on the second shot now, if that's acceptable.
Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
That's 24, and then 23 plus a d6. It hits either way. Are both these shots going for the Cambion?
Yep.
Okay. And roll me damage.
So damage. It's going to be fun.
Okay, 7 and 12.
Regular
Nice.
pose.
So now here's the
That's
thing.
my first first turn of combat damage.
You use the black arrows, right?
I used the black arrows.
And they were dipped in
Brown
poison.
alert!
Two more d8s for the necrotic arrows,
Good.
and then the
Nice.
brown alert.
And then the brown alert.
Sweet.
Okay, so adding that damage in, your arrows, absolutely both of them find purchase in her torso.
Nice.
But as they both strike in, gouts of flame come out and consume the arrows almost instantly. So you do see that you've done damage to her, but as they hit, fire shoots out of those two wounds, incinerating the arrows and melting their heads. Or at least you would assume so. You don't see the heads anymore, but the shafts of the arrows get incinerated within like half of a second. She appears to take no effect from the poison, as fire shoots out of the wounds that are now in her chest, and her eyes blaze with an orange glow. She shrieks in hatred.
She's not immune to poison, though.
Cambions
Yeah.
are not immune to poison. No.
Oh fuck, she's not a Cambion.
She is a
God damn
Cambion.
it.
She may be connected to an Underlord.
God damn it. She's
So-
a snack of Cambions.
Yeah,
Fuck.
she is this Underlord's version of Sneck.
Well,
Wait.
She is a
Wait.
priestess for another underlord. She is your mortal enemy.
I'll kill her!
I was throwing the acid.
Did you actually say that, Director?
I mean, does my character have enough information to actually say that?
You can say that if you want as a free action.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Tell me when I get to do stuff.
I said that-
Collect call from the Lord of Hell. Will you accept the charges?
No. Gross. Ew. No. Bad. So the arrows definitely did damage, and you really racked up a lot there. But the poison did not make purchase in this particular character, as fire is just shooting out of her wounds, and she roars with demonic rage. Sneck, what do you do?
Okay, well, first of all, Sacred Flame. So she has to make a DC 15 Dex save, or just
Oh, yeah.
take half of that.
Okay. Yeah. She
Okay, so
does
she takes
not.
3.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, okay. So she
She
takes
doesn't make
6.
it. Okay.
And that's radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
you know what? I'm gonna say for the sake of like roleplay, I'm gonna say that you can see that her normal resistances that have been bolstered to her by her patron do not affect her when you use this radiant beam of energy, which has been granted to you by the Black King. So
Nice.
if you like shoot this like pale blue beam of light, streaks across and slams into the Cambion, it definitely makes full purchase. Like it does full damage. So she takes the
and then
6
since I
instead
have
of less.
bonus action, since I use the cantrip on my primary action,
Yes.
and I can cast another spell that only requires a bonus action.
Yes.
I'm god damn. Why did my spells not want to load? I'm casting Spiritual Weapon, which is a bonus action. So 60-foot range. So I'm gonna just have the weapon appear like right next to them.
Okay. What
And-
weapon do you summon?
What did we say was the skull?
Flaming
it was like
Skull of the King.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's right. So you like reach out and
And this I actually have to make attack rolls for.
yes. So you summon in this skull, this great big thing. I don't have an icon for it, but I'm just gonna draw it in here. Ping the square where you want it to be.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like there? Okay, cool. So there's like a little skull. There's a little smiley face. There he is.
I'm not gonna hit anyway. I only got a 10 on the actual attack.
That's
action
okay.
with it.
You know, yeah, here, I'll just do that. So there's like a flaming skull, very much in the likeness of the Black King, appears. It's like nah, and then starts swinging and attacking at the Cambion. Unfortunately, though, as it bites and gnashes at the air, it does miss. All right.
That's all I got.
And okay, is that everybody? Did everybody take an action?
I
Or-
think
no,
Dracula and
Alloy.
I haven't had to.
No, I did magic missile.
Alloy did the
Oh,
magic,
okay.
or yeah, Dracula did the magic missile. Alloy, it is your turn.
All right, I'm going after the succubus.
Taking that. Whoa, okay. So
That's an 8.
that's an 8, and you attack twice, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So
saying,
no, the
don't you also
the
have
21
advantage because
is
she's
the
flanked?
thing. And
They're
she is-
flanked?
She is technically flanked now at this juncture, so I would say that she's the thing. And also, Kara, thank you for gifting the tier 1 sub to Cutie.
So
So you actually would have had advantage. So that would have been a 21, not an 8.
Also, thank you for the follow. Hold on, I'll get this. Nemamim.
I think it's Menemonim.
Menemone.
Menemonim. Menemonim.
Mini.
Like
Neno
phenomena.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Thank you for the follow, Mimi.
Menemonim.
anyway,
Anyways, so you get 2 attacks, one of which swung for 8, and the 21 I'm gonna say because you're not attacking with advantage. But if you do, Nemo works perfect. All right, awesome. You got closer than 99% of people. Oh, good. I've normally made a pretty decent career out of mispronouncing shit, so I appreciate that worked. Thank you. So yeah, with the 21, your first swing misses, your second swing hits. Finding purchase into the side of the succubus there, who appears to have the 2 orcish women there enthralled. Actually, I'm gonna give him little things, little icons. There they are. Slash attack, 7 slashing damage. As you, so you you run up and swing hard with your halberd, and it slashes into one of her wings, and she shrieks in pain. So yeah, that is your surprise round. Everybody remember to click on your icon and then roll for initiative.
I
Did
think
I
you need the
do
thing up.
anything other than
I
the...
also need to get the thing up.
Did
There
my
you
bardic
go.
inspiration count as like my whole turn for the sneak attack round?
Oh no, the Binary Inspiration is a free action.
Yeah, I didn't do anything then.
Oh yeah, then yeah. What else do you want to do?
I haven't done anything yet. So since she can't be hurt by most stuff, it seems.
She's
I'm
resistant
cast
to a lot of
this.
stuff.
Because it causes psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's gonna hit her.
DC
Well,
14
it's a-
Wisdom save.
Oh no, sorry, yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah.
So
Failed save takes 3d6 of psychic damage.
what
Unless
if she
immediately
succeeds?
uses reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
So she did roll a
It won't move
15.
into danger. It won't move into obviously dangerous ground.
So she
Damn.
did pass. Does she still take damage?
Let me take a look here. On a successful save, target takes half as much damage
Okay.
and doesn't have to move away. So she still takes 3d6 divided by 2.
So it rolled
It'll-
8 psychic. If
So
she
she
rolled a
takes
3, a
4.
1, and a 4. Oh, so she takes 4 damage.
Okay, so she takes 4 damage. Oh,
yeah.
yes, it does the roll for me there. Bam.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause,
rolling shit today.
that's okay.
Thanks, roll 20.
And
We're all rolling
she got
across
a
the board right now.
22, and the succubus
Oh, I
got a
have to
15.
roll a niche still.
Alright,
Hang on.
Um,
Why won't you let me select things? Oh, there we go. Alright, there we go. And then I've got to roll initiative.
there we go.
Where are you? There we go. Damn. And that'll put me in the thing. That'll put me in the thing.
And there you are. It's Piffles. Yay!
Wait, why is Kara here?
That's weird.
What?
That that's
Where?
yeah.
What happened?
All right. So top of the round.
Huh?
As you guys are like rush into the room and immediately start casting spells and making attacks, the Cambion that is standing on the other side of the wooden bridge, which appears to not be taking any damage from the fire, looks up to you.
I like how it keeps stressing that.
And
Why is
yeah,
the black kid
in
there?
an angry demonic snarl, yells out,
How dare have you come to interrupt the communion between me and my lord? You shall fall at the hands of Kara, Shark of the Volcanoes!
Puny lord.
Yay.
Well, the Black King sends his regards and would rather have this put to an end.
Snack yells out puny lord.
yeah, she looks across and immediately fucking fire beams start shooting out of her eyes at your party. Let's see if this works.
How about no?
Pazam, does a 17 hit Caleb?
17 does hit Caleb, regrettably so.
Cool.
Yeah.
It does not let me roll the damage.
No damage, yes.
There's no thing for me to be
It
like.
doesn't scan it for it for you.
No, there it goes. There it is. You take 9 fire.
Shit.
So you should still have 1 hit point more than normal because of aid.
Yay!
Oh.
Yay! So yeah, and it shoots another beam at Alloy. An 8 does not hit you.
Nope.
And
I'm very
it
glad that
shoots
it does not have advantage.
a third beam at Talrend. Does a 14 hit you?
Not on a cold man house.
All right, so she just immediately like shoots these 3 sets of beams across the room, only managing to just scathe Caleb, missing Alloy and Talrend. Acolyte Sneck, you are up.
Go, Set, go!
Has to roll dex again.
Oh, oh, are you attacking with the skull?
Yeah. Oh no, that's Sacred Flame again.
Oh,
so
that's
she has
Sacred Flame.
the DC 15. Yeah, it's a
That's
cantrip.
right. She's got to take the DC 15. She does make it, so she takes half damage. But that is still good.
Fuck.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you're still hitting her with that.
And then
I just noticed that on her 1 attack roll, she rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Yep.
that's funny. Okay, and then bonus action, Skull will try and attack.
Roll for attack by skull. That hits. No.
And that does.
What damage does that do?
Wrong button.
Whoop. Up.
Isn't it radiant damage?
Scoop!
It's force damage.
Scoop it up! Dip! Give it up! So yeah, the representation of the king's skull finds Purchase biting into the side of one of her wings. She shrieks in agony and starts shaking her wing, trying to get it off frantically. Talrand, it's your turn.
Cleric battle!
I'd like to apologize to Kara, the volcano shark, in our chat. We appear to be trying to murder her expeditiously. I toss a hunter's mark on her.
upon herself! No, go ahead.
I toss a hunter's mark on her.
Toss a hunter's mark. Okay. I'll put a little thing. I'll put a little thing on there. Little
thing.
There you go.
And try to double tap her again.
Get it. That hits.
Oh yeah.
And the second one does not hit.
Oof.
Huh.
So the first arrow, 8 piercing. Once again, your arrow, like one, swings wide, but the second one finds Purchase in her shoulder, and again you see the shaft of the arrow almost immediately burst into flames and incinerate as she shrieks in agony, still taking the damage from that shot.
That's the hunter's mark damage after that. So for the 3.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I'll add that in. Phew, phew.
I'm done. I have no further actions I wish to take. I do not
Job
wish to
done.
get closer.
I'm not gonna get any closer to this mess. I'm gonna stay right over here. Alloy, you're up.
Cool. I am going to use Fighting Spirit. Give myself 5 pimp HP. As well as to hit with advantage.
Oh,
Technically,
nice.
you already had it.
Hmm?
You already had advantage because you're flanking.
Ah, true.
True.
Actually- In that case, I'm going to not do that to save on to that because I only have 3 of those.
Solid move.
And then just attack with advantage.
Get her. Yeah, 20
It's 20.
and a 24. Yeah, you hit both times. Yeah, so 7 and 8. Okay. So yeah, you slash twice with your halberd, cutting into her wing again and once across her shoulder as she shrieks in anger. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
That's all I can do.
Okay, so it's the succubus's turn. Furious at being attacked by the both of you, she turns around to face Caleb and whispers, "How will they be able to kill me when they're too busy fighting you?"
What?
And attempts to cast Charm on Caleb. DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Fuck.
Where's my wickedom? Ah, here it is. And
Does this count as an attack on him?
Does this count as an attack? It is an innate ability that they use, so it could be an attack, yes.
Because a sentinel.
Master techniques is dip, and your creature's attack creature speed becomes 0. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks if they take the disengage action before leaving your reach, and within 5 feet he makes an attack against a target other than you. And the target doesn't have this feat. You can use your reaction to make a melee weapon strike against attacking this creature. Yeah, go for it.
Sweet.
I'll allow it.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, great!
Nice.
No.
Roll some damage, my man. Unfortunately, Caleb, you did not make the DC, so you have.
I figured.
You have been charmed. I'll give you a little. All right. So 9 plus 3 slashing. That's fantastic.
Is there something that Piff can do to fix that?
Yes,
To
Pip.
fix
Is there something?
charm? I don't think I have something that uncharms somebody. Hang on.
You want me to uncrush?
Why
What about-
uncrush? I don't ask you to unpunch somebody.
Do you have counter song?
Why?
Kill the
why you
succubus!
ask
Kill
to
the succubus!
uncrush?
Kill the succubus! Kill the
I do
succubus!
not
Kill the
have-
succubus!
I don't have that. No.
To uncrush is silly.
I have
Why
cure
uncrush?
wounds. Cure Wounds is like the only healy type spell that I have. Have that and
not-
heroism.
For particularly Charm, you are charmed for 1 day. The charmed target obeys the fiend's verbal or telepathic commands. If the target suffers any harm or receives a suicidal command, it could repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on a successful save. If the target successfully saves against the effect, or if the effect on it ends, the target is immune to this fiend's charm for the next 24 hours. So... if you take damage, you have the ability to roll again. Or if it asks you to commit suicide, you can immediately try to roll again.
Is this a concentration spell?
It is not. It is just a fucking thing that it does.
What's Piff's Bard College?
Lore.
You might know.
For which?
That hitting Caleb would potentially snap him out of it. And then render him immune to this charm for 24 hours.
So we'll kill him, the bitch who did it.
Roll me, what kind of knowledges do you have?
Check here. Where do I find those in my core sheet?
In your skills section. It should be any knowledges listed.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You're all talking over each other. Sorry, knowledge checks are where?
On your on your character sheet, on the skills section.
The skills section?
Mm-hmm.
Anything that has int.
God damn it. Piff is 1 level short of having counter charm, which she could have used to counter this.
I know. If I had level 5, I'd have, level 6. Sorry, I'd have so many more spells right now. Like I get like 3
It's not
more
a spell.
spells.
It's a class ability.
So
Oh yeah, no, I
where
don't
you see
have it.
like where it says acrobatics, animal handling, and stuff like that. So yeah, like religion would be a thing, like nature, other things like that. Which you don't have.
I've got
That's fine.
perception, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, stealth, deception, and acrobatics.
This is a fiend ability. Might I try to figure this out?
Knowledge checks are not locked to proficient only in 5th ed.
That's
you
true.
Can use them.
You could just like roll. But actually, yeah. So both Piffles and Talrand, if you want, roll me intelligence saves, like intelligence checks, and see, just like flat out intelligence checks. See if. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say that like you guys get it. You understand.
What about me? I got that massive, giant
You got that big
knowledge
brain.
check on. I got that massive, giant knowledge check back at on Succubi, all the way back at Calandros's.
Yeah, you know what? I'll say that you know this as well. I'll let you have that. Yeah.
I only asked because I got that such a massive roll back then on Succubi.
Yeah. So you three know that like smacking Caleb, doing some amount of damage to him might cause him to snap out of it. Now, immediately though, when she casts this spell on Caleb, sorry, I'm losing the word here. Alloy, like, takes a swing and slashes her across the back. She immediately turns, puts a hand on your chest, and attempts to cast it on you as well. However, this goes very much like the first Avengers movie, where she turns, casting this spell against you, and it seems to do nothing, as the charm does not appear to affect you, because you are a Warforged. You do not have a functional heart. It does not seem to do anything.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is like something very specific rather than.
Yeah, I know that charm spells can absolutely be cast on everybody, and including Warforged, but I'm saying just for jokes and flavor text at this point that she does attempt to cast it on you and nothing happens.
Got it.
Just for a fun flavor text thing, but yeah, she turns and immediately puts a hand on your chest and tries to cast the spell, and nothing seems to happen. A look of confusion washes over her face very briefly. Jack here.
Performance issues?
Yeah, it's performance issues. 1 in 5 men, I'm told. It's very common.
1 in 5 succubi.
Magic missile! Pew 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 pew!
First one's going for Caleb, 2 other are going for the Cambion. Well, Kara.
All right. So
wait, why are you? What?
To free you from the charm.
Caleb, you take 3 force damage, and get to re-roll your wisdom save to break free from the charm effect.
No. Let me back it up here a second.
Yep.
The only way to free me is to try and kill me?
Beat you
Or
up.
kill her.
Yep.
Or
That's
kill
the only
her.
option we have.
We gotta knock you with something there, Freno.
It's kill you or kill the succubus, and it's faster to smack you around a little bit.
Great, I'm gonna have to roll a new character at this point.
Well, take 3 damage and roll a wisdom save. See if you got it.
It's why I sent a single magic missile at you. I know it'd hit, and you would only take a very small amount of damage.
Fucking wisdom. No.
Nope. But you do take 3 damage. You've rolled 9 twice now. That's okay. Drakir, do you do anything else with your turn? We love you.
Just
That's all I got right now.
It's
All right.
like that one scene from Detroit Become Human. It's just, wake up, Lieutenant! Down!
It's me, Connor. God damn it.
Get the fuck out of the house!
Get the fuck out of my house. What are you doing here?
Snowball! Attack!
Good job.
Wait. Actually, one thing I shout out. Alloy, if he gets hit, it might gives him a chance to break free.
Why
Punch
are
him or
you?
something?
Why are you telling the tank to punch the thief?
Because then it's non-lethal damage.
It's gonna be lethal damage.
Another the effect of evil target ends.
There's, I'm pretty sure they don't have the I choose to deal non-lethal damage in this version. So you can't just say I'm going to hit
It's an
you.
unarmed strike that he's not proficient with.
Wake, smack, the, smack, fuck, smack, up. Smack.
oh, that's right.
And yes, I do. I'm aware that typically succubi can only target one person at a time with their charm. Biffles, you're up.
Me? What do I want to do? I need to take one of these spell slots.
Does Does ordering Caleb to attack Alloy count as a suicidal action?
It should.
You just like attack your friend Alloy. Immediately steps out of it. Like you must be out of your damn mind. Oh my god. So Piffles, what do you do?
I don't have anything that I could try to hit Caleb with that wouldn't real hurt him. So instead, I'm gonna aim. Oh no, because Succubus is over here, and the Cambion is dead. Yes.
No.
Nope.
The Cambion is marked.
Why is there a little
Hunter's mark.
That's a hunter's
Oh,
mark.
hunter's mark.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit her with Shatter.
Oh, dope.
With what?
Yo, roll that. Like, put that in the chat for me. What's that do?
Shatter.
Constitution save of 14, or else she takes
Isn't-
15 thunder damage.
Yep.
Isn't that an area of effect spell?
So it is a range of 60 feet from like a point of origin. So if I put it in the hole behind her, it'll hit her and blast outwards.
Oh, okay.
Because like we're
yeah, 10
about
foot radius.
35 feet, so if I put it back, it's got a
38.
60-foot radius, and it will also causes damage to non-magical items around her. So I don't know what it'll do to the cave walls, but we might be able to.
Remember that this blue
Yeah.
line is a wall, not a cave.
Oh shit! Yes, but I can still put it behind her, and it'll come outwards, and it'll hit the baddies before it hits anybody we need not to hit.
So yeah, you absolutely like rock out this this crazy spell. And let's see, it's Constitution saving throw DC 14. She does make it, so she takes half damage. So that.
Is she
Okay.
pushed by that? I don't know if I don't think she's pushed like she is the Thunder Wave.
No, she does not get
No,
shot.
but
is
a non-magical
still
item that
rocked.
isn't being worn or carried also takes damage if it's in the spell's area. So I don't know about that bridge, if it would take damage.
It is funny you
Very-
should mention that. Here, hold on. I'm gonna calculate this out first.
That bridge that is immune to fire. Just so you guys know, that bridge is immune to fire.
Yeah. Well, because I
it's
just want
not.
to make sure people like later on don't be like, why is that bridge on fire? What's going on? Like it's like no, it's immune. It's fine. So
Where's my space modulator?
But that
as
doesn't necessarily mean
the,
it's magic. It could
as-
just be dipped in something.
as it explodes and she's rocked with the thunderous damage, the two posts, the wooden posts holding the bridge in place on that side, blast apart into splinters, causing the bridge to fall into, or at least like fall towards your side. So it's like slaps down on your side of the chasm. So the bridge is now gone. I'll draw a little like no on there. So yeah, the bridge does collapse out and fall down. Do you do anything else with your turn?
I think I'm good.
Get bonus. Can you give a bonus action? I know because then you could use a bonus action to give someone bardic inspiration. I was thinking Caleb for his
I've
save.
used all of them, and it has to be somebody that I can touch. It can't be. It's not like a ranged thing.
I
have
thought
to
they
be-
just had to be able to hear or see you.
I'm
That might have
pretty
been a
sure.
previous version.
Let me see here, because like I'm pretty sure. Bardic inspiration. Choose one character other than yourself within 60 feet. So you are right. It's within 60 feet. But I did just use my because I only have 2 per day, and I used one of them
You have a
earlier.
number equal to your charisma modifier.
What?
You can use this feature a number of times equal to your charisma modifier, a minimum of once. You regain any expended uses when you finish a long rest.
That's weird though, because it counted like it counts me out at 2 of them on my character sheet, and that's not a number that like. Oh no, can I alter that? Okay, I don't know. Sorry, I
That's
thought
okay.
it just automatically went up with my level, so I don't know how many bardic inspirations I have then.
You have
My
3.
charisma modifier is 3, so I should have 3.
Yep.
So if I have one additional one, then I could give it to Caleb. But like, if Caleb is still charmed, he can also use that against us.
Yeah, I
So
thought about
that
that
is
too.
a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
It might be better if I gave it to somebody like you or Talrind to give you a better chance of hitting him with something non-lethal. Like I can.
I don't got anything non-lethal in my repertoire.
Yeah, like that's the
Talrind
thing.
has especially not anything non-lethal.
Like I've got daggers that I could possibly chuck at him, but also like could actually hurt him quite a bit. Still, I don't want to poke holes in our friend.
That's why I told Alloy to start punching him.
Yeah, Alloy needs
Just-
to take him down with a grapple.
Curb stomp the succubus. Alloy tanks some damage from him.
Do a little damage.
Time
on
to
our
do what
friend.
fighters do.
Anything else, Piffles?
I think that is it.
Okay.
I don't want to get any closer.
That is fair. Caleb,
Bad people.
Yes.
roll me a wisdom save.
Let's make it the third 9 in the row. Okay. Slightly better. 12.
Okay. So, you move over here, and you attack
Do I?
Alloy.
Do I?
roll me an attack.
With
A
Oh,
19.
Now you roll well.
Yep. But
And 19 is my AC.
tie goes to the defender. So you like saunter over and swing and attack, and it does nothing. It clangs off of his armor with your daggers. So you thankfully do not make purchase. However, on the other side of the lovely good sir, one of the orcish women, this one specifically, who's currently being held, stands and makes a fist attack against Alloy. I'm gonna say, yeah, why not? A 4 does not hit you. So
Nope.
she stands and starts swinging wildly with her fists, and does not make purchase with her attacks.
Madam, please stop.
Doc,
Yes.
Alloy's flanked. Both of those should have had advantage.
Everybody gets to roll again.
I'm sorry.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yep.
You take 1 damage because they are not. Oh no, it's plus strength, so 3 damage you take.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Then my health bar just barely goes down.
Like off the top. And a 15 does not hit, thankfully. So the second attack from Caleb, as rolling with advantage, the 1 attack does still miss, even with a 19 and a 15. That is Caleb's turn, and now it is Kara's turn again. Angrily, she opens her massive wings and starts beating them and flies up into the air slightly above the chasm, moving slowly towards you guys, getting herself in a better position to try and hit you with her crazy fucking eye beams.
Fools, all of you! Fools!
And starts just lighting up with these eye beams towards people. And let's roll that shit out. Do. Alloy, does a 27 hit you?
Oh yeah, that definitely does.
You take 7 plus 16 fire damage.
I gotta ask, would she be attacking Alloy though? Because Alloy's not hit her, but everyone over here has been.
She hits multiple people. That's only her first array.
We're the squishies! Don't direct the fire away towards us!
Some of us are squishy.
Some of us are squishies. So yes.
That's 23 damage.
So, yes, as it turns to you and buries one of these beams into your side.
That did a bit more of a dent.
That's a lot of damage. And then turns and shoots another one at Talrand, because Talrand hit her with a thing. Does a 27 hit you?
She keeps crying! Why did she keep crying?
That's just 21 damage.
Whoomp.
Ouch.
And Piffles. Does a 15 hit you?
A 15. I think my AC is 14, so
Yes.
yes.
You take 9 fire damage.
Why she's not going for me?
9, sorry, you said?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
those were the 2 that, out of your group of people over there, those were the 2 that hit her the most.
I hit her with 4 magic missiles!
She only
Don't
attacks
argue.
3 times. Yeah, it's just like I'll have her shoot a 4th beam if you're really thirsty for one. I mean,
This is why I'm glad for the temporary hit points that Snick gives us.
yeah. So that's 9 damage. And yeah, she continues to like flap her wings angrily, floating above the chasm, shooting fire beams at you guys out of her eyes.
All of you, weakness!
Sneck, it is your turn.
I'm gonna need you to move that skull next to her, because it can do that. Oh no, move it like right next to her, just so that if she moves, it'll still get her. Okay, so I think the spell should work now, because I reloaded them from the thing.
Okay.
Aha!
Aha! Sacred Flame! She's gonna make that dex save. Huh. Nope.
Nope.
she takes that 11 radiant. Yeah, she takes that damage as that spell from the king just slams into her, and she sort of like flaps around a bit in the midair. Oh, 23 with a spiritual weapon. It bites into her again, sort of grabbing one of the edges of her wings as she like flaps around a little bit. Her position mid-air, not doing so hot in the moment, as the skull has grabbed onto one of her wings. She's still there. She's still managing to maintain her position, but she's having to struggle against this skull. Talrand, it is your turn.
One moment.
Spence
ruling.
is killing me.
Sorry, just ruling by you, Doc.
Nom.
Can my extra attack be targeted at different enemies?
Yeah, if you attack twice in your turn, you can attack different targets.
And do you want me to choose what I'm doing beforehand, or can I choose as I see how my attacks roll?
You can choose as you see.
Okay.
I won't make people fucking pre-declare attacks like 3.5. It's like you fucking figure it out as you go along. It's fine.
After seeing my arrows hit her, do I think my serrated arrows would actually cause bleed damage on her?
You don't know, because she definitely, like, she's resistant to physical damage for sure. There's fire pouring out of each of the wounds that you've made in her so far. If she does bleed, you're not sure if she would bleed blood. However, the serrated arrows, it's hard to say.
Do I know if they would work on the succubus?
Yeah.
I mean, she's been hit and she hasn't been gouting flame, so presumably.
Yeah, no, the succubus, from what you can see so far, is bleeding regular blood.
So I'm gonna pot shot her with a black steel arrow first.
Okay, roll to hit, my man. Yeah, that fucking hits, my dude. That's 28. Roll me some damage.
I do actually have to roll below average to start missing things, thankfully.
Thankfully. 12 piercing.
Plus 2 more
Kazam,
from
plus
the
2.
mark.
Yep. So
And
that
then-
is that. That's
And not
one
one
more
from the necrotic.
damage. All right, so you absolutely like land an arrow in her, and it strikes hard on one of her shoulders. Again, the shaft of the arrow incinerating almost instantly, but fire pouring out of the arrow wound that's in her. She's looking pretty bad. Like she's looking pretty fucking worse for wear.
Like within the damage radius of one more arrow, kind of pretty bad, or
Like you think like another couple hits might take her? It's hard to say.
She hurts a lot. Let's
I'm
probably
gonna
make
shoot
her-
the succubus
All right, take a shot. Take
with a serrated arrow.
Serrated arrow. Yeah, that fucking hits. Jesus Christ, man.
Nice shot, Hawkeye.
I have a base 10 to my longbow to hit.
It's
I have
it's
to-
like it's +5 from the dex, +2, +3 proficiency.
I have a lot of. I'm good with my bow.
Nine piercing. Okay.
And +1 from the actual arrow itself being serrated. And I'm gonna go with I'm gonna assume Constitution, but Constitution check to resist the bleed 1 HP per turn of DC 12.
So you got to make a Constitution save, DC 12. That's right, because it's serrated. I forgot we would like sort of came up with these. She doesn't make it. Wildly enough, she gets hit with the arrow and absolutely takes that damage.
I'll save your hunter's mark damage, I think.
This is
No,
on
that's all-
Succubus.
Yeah, only the Cambion gets the Hunter's Mark damage.
Oh, I thought that was against the Cambion.
So I'll be like, there. That's bleeding. Sure. All right.
Now, I gotta have a slight ask.
Mm-hmm.
We looked up earlier, and touching something doesn't really count as an action, but rather a bonus action. I'm going to assume that using my Black Tear amulet would count as an action.
Your Black Tear amulet. Remind me what that is again.
It's my healing potion.
Yes, I remember that. Yes, that would... Touching that and activating it, I would say, would be an action. Because we did not... Because, touching it obviously would be a free action, but, the activation of it obviously comes with just touching it.
Hey, touch it in command word is what the what you described it as, but
Yeah. You know what? I'll allow it. Sure. Why not? We'll say that this special healing item that the king gave you activates, and you gain the HP that it would give you, which in this case is 2d4, which is 2.
plus 2 more, so I get 4 health back.
Yay! All right. 4 health.
It's better than nothing.
It is indeed better than nothing. Let's go and let's see. Nope. Yes. All right. And is that your turn?
Yep. Next up is Super Flanked Alloy.
Alloy, you are super flanked. What do you do?
Activate kill mode.
Kill.exe initiating.
Gonna use fight. Oh, here we go. Gonna use fighting spirit.
Nice.
And now I'm gonna attack the succubus.
Okay.
Twice. Fuck. Is an 18 or an 18 hit?
Is 18 or an 18? Yes, an 18 hits.
Okay. It's a 23 hit.
Huzzah! Yes! Ah! Roll your damage. That's 8 and 11. Action surge!
Fighters.
Oh, crit!
Crits.
Yeah! So you roll. God damn.
He's not done yet.
Jesus.
Oh, and I also get 5 hit points from that.
There you go. Yeah. So add 5 temp hit points for yourself. And you do an additional 10 slashing damage as you just fucking get into it. On your turn, you take an additional action on top of your regular action and possible bonus action. Once you use this feature, you may finish a short or long rest, and you can use it twice. And yes, when you do action surge to attack, if you normally can attack twice in an attack action, this does allow you to attack 2 times again. So in this particular case, yes, you just did 4 whole slashes against the succubus. All of your attacks finding purchase. Despite the fact that she has demonically hard skin, you're still just with the flurry of blows, slash, getting into her, and it does just a raucous amount of damage. She is looking awful.
You think that's insane? Imagine at level 20 when he gets 4 attacks each turn and can action surge. You do
Twice.
about 8 attacks.
Yeah, he can action surge 2 times starting at 17th level, and at 20th level can, every time he takes an attack action, attack 4 times. So, you can just fucking aura the shit out of somebody if you're not careful. Alright, so, is that all that you would like to do with your turn?
That is all I can do, yes.
Alright, it's Blendo! Yeah.
Sadly, the most disappointing critical hit I think we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, is it you get to roll that d10 a second time and it's a 1. It's 1 plus a 3. That's rough.
This combat round, the dice do not seem to like us.
I've been rolling shitty all night, friend.
It is the succubus's turn.
Yeah.
The succubus, raging after being attacked so much, immediately activates its etherealness. It magically enters the ethereal plane from the material plane or vice versa. So she, after you just you go at her with the fucking halberd, you slash into her 4 times and she's just shit, and disappears. She vanishes from view. Woof.
She just goes, she just gets...
Yeah, the ethereal plane, she physically disappears.
Doesn't she?
She is not just invisible, she physically ceases to exist on this plane.
Does that mean Caleb is free?
No. Unfortunately, the charm does not break. It technically doesn't even break if she's killed. You have to literally damage him, or he's given a suicidal command, are the only 2 things that cause him to also then take a additional DC 15 wisdom saving throw. I will allow killing her to also do it, but she's not dead. She is in the ethereal plane. She can still perceive you, but you cannot perceive her. And she can't interact with you or do anything. Drakir, it is your turn.
You're dead.
Well, let's deal with that other problem.
We have another issue here. Pew,
And this is getting
Pew.
upcast.
pew, pew, pew.
Third level, bitch! All of them going for the champion!
So yeah, you just launch this fucking barrage of these magic missiles, and they slam into her. She is narrowly hanging on, by just the fucking skin of her own teeth, as all of these bolts slam into her. She is, I'm gonna fucking try this. Yeah, okay. She manages to stay in the air. She looks like shit right now. She looks terrible. What would you like to do for the rest of your turn? Would you like to do anything else, or are you good?
I give her a great big old bird.
Okay.
Just flip her the middle finger, because I can't exactly do much more.
Piffles, what do you do?
Okay, so she is floating around. We can't see her now because she's a fish.
Yeah, the succubus you can't see, but the
No.
Cambion who's floating in
Cambion
the air,
floating over here we can see.
flapping
We
her
just can't
huge
see
ugly
the
wings,
other bitch.
you can absolutely see.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What else I got that I can do? Because again, don't really want to throw daggers at something that's just gonna melt them, or
What's that bardic spell? The cantrip. That's basically your mama joke.
vicious mockery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one.
Bitch!
But it only does. It only takes 1d4 of psychic damage.
It doesn't go up. It's a cantrip. It should go up with level.
So it increases by 1d4 when you reach 5th level, so it's 2d4s.
Oh shit,
So
son.
it's still only a potential for 8 damage, so it's not that
She's
great.
almost dead, so.
If she's almost dead, I could just put her to sleep and let her fall into the magma.
The magma may
Now-
not be actually magma, rather another realm where she'll be nice and safe and then be angry with us later.
Now I'm gonna
Yeah.
double
That's
check on
true.
that. If it's max HP or current. It is current HP.
Exactly.
Okay. Now,
So I could
Talron, from
just-
where you are standing, looking down into the chasm, you do not see lava. You see
Sorry.
down that chasm, it goes down for what appears to be possibly thousands of feet. Like deep into the earth. Well into another plane. Like the tear that you're seeing here goes down with stone walls for about 100 feet or so, and then it opens into a massive, like, what would be a like unimaginably large chasm, but what you do recognize to be a whole other fucking plane of existence. This tear is in whatever that plane is. It's in its sky. So it opens up down into a world that appears to be made of lava and burning stone and screaming people and monsters.
Even if she can survive and heat and stuff, a fall from over 100 feet, I don't know if she can survive that.
Yeah, but it'd be like falling into the king's realm. He'd likely save you if you somehow started falling from his sky.
Awesome.
Especially if she's the equivalent. This Underlord's
his-
equivalent of Snack.
Actually, as the two people that are standing at the edge of that chasm, Talrand and Sneck, give me perception checks.
Okay.
15.
Is it all fiend related?
No.
No.
Not necessarily. And yeah, Sneck, you can't really see. Like, looking down, you kind of make
It's
out
small.
that is indeed a long way down. But the surface, the details you can't make out into any particular this way or that way. Like, it's all really fucking hard to with like the heat and the smoke and all the other ash and everything that's flowing through the atmosphere of whatever that world is. Really hard to make out the any details on the surface. Esteban, you could swear between the clouds of ash and soot and smoke, you swear you can make out a huge palace.
It's bright, and I'm distracted trying to kill the follower of the Pretender.
Piffles, do you want to try to
All
cast
you
a
can
spell?
see is heresy!
Basically.
Do you want to try to cast that sleep spell?
I'm debating it. I want to, but at the same time, I'm like, what if she just gets saved by her, like, her god type thing, her deity, her version of our Black King. What else could I do? I could hit her with another shatter. I have another second spell slot.
Your call.
But I also don't know how many of these we're gonna run into. Oof, hang on. I am gonna run. I'm gonna run up here. And I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave, so it only hits her.
Okay.
And
Oh, damn. And then she's got to make a DC 14 or be shoved, eh?
or be shoved and hit with damage.
Oh, dang. So
And
she doesn't
getting
make it.
shoved.
How far does she get shoved?
I think it's 10 feet away. Hang on, let me check. I think it's 10 feet away. She gets pushed 10 feet away from us.
All right, yeah, so she
It's a full 7
absolutely
damage.
slams backwards, and the thunder spell itself, like, slamming into her midair, she, like, completely, flounders and slams against the ground on the other side.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
It is my turn.
All right. Caleb, you're up.
What's he doing? Person who's currently controlling him because he's still controlled.
Caleb, you attack. You attack yourself, an alloy with advantage.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, us
Get 'em.
stealthy
Yeah, you don't
sneakers,
make
we're
it.
not very good with the whiz.
That's okay. Your attacks clang off of his impressive armor, and thankfully you don't do any damage. However, the person here... Actually, I think I can just... Nope, that's not at all. But oh, goodness. Yeah, no. So we're going to go roll 1d20. No, 16 doesn't hit. 7 also does not hit. So the orcish woman who's standing there swings pitifully with her fists and misses as she's in a trance and she looks malnourished. She's not doing so hot. All right. Kara, from that side, gets to her feet angrily and lunges into the air across towards Piffles, managing to again sustain herself in midair. She lunges across, furiously swinging at you.
Did she provoke attacks of opportunity from Flaming Skull thing?
She does not. She didn't leave the Flame Skull's attack area willingly, so unfortunately, no.
But no, I mean now that she's
when
crossing back over.
She's still in its threatened
She's still
area,
technically in
so-
it. If she moved to like here, then she would be exiting his threat range, and
okay.
then
Yeah,
provoke an
and-
attack. Yeah.
In fifth ed, it's if they leave the.
Okay, that's what I was getting confused.
Not if they move within or leave, because that was
Yeah.
just silly for a while. Yeah. So, she dives across, spitting angrily, just like just not even words, just like noises of rage and hatred, as she comes across the chasm and sort of like grabs onto the edge of the chasm with her two feet. She doesn't necessarily have talons, but she sort of like plants her 2 feet there, just at the edge, and makes an attack with another fire ray at Piffles. Bazam! Does a 23 hit you?
Yeah, for sure it does, duh.
12 fire.
Fuck.
She comes over like,
Damn.
"Ah, Bazow! And she shoots one at you. She shoots one at Drakir. Does 13 hit you?
Surprisingly, no!
Wildly enough, it misses. And then turns and shoots one at Sneck.
Nope.
12 misses. Pew! Pew! Yeah, so she shoots again. Pew pew pew, shooting those like flaming beams across, just like raging with just demonic hatred. And Sneck, it is your turn.
She missed the fucking sorcerer and cleric.
This
Nope,
cleric has 18 HP. Thank you very much.
Fair. But I have an AC of 14.
Yay, low rolls.
All right. So what are you doing?
Same as last time.
Sacred flame, and then spiritual weapon hits. Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
And natural.
She's. Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh my god. Okay, so. Hang
Good
on.
for me.
Hang on.
Or
Hang on. Does she fucking... Okay, so... the DC was really high for that. But, you get her to exactly 0. Like,
No, she technically gets to make the dex save versus Sacred Flame to take 2 instead of 3.
No, I'm counting that in. Like, that's...
Oh, okay.
Like, that's... I was like, if she makes that, then she takes half, to which then half damage rounded down is 1. And then the damage from the spiritual weapon also halved, because it's force damage. Actually, no, wait, no. The spiritual weapon, because it's a manifestation of the king and it's a spell that you're casting, she takes full damage from. So at that, she goes to exactly 0 HP, and instead of dying, falls unconscious and teeters backwards, falling into the chasm.
quick, someone hit her with something. Someone kill her. Kill her.
So
she's on the way
she
down.
teeters backwards and just like in half consciousness, going over the edge, just goes shit.
We have to make 3 attacks against her before she.
I thought she was gonna grab me and fall down.
She
Hold on,
was going to
we
grab
still
you,
have
but she didn't
other...
get a chance.
My turn is next, Alloy.
And yeah, so she tumbles backwards into a cloud of ash and smoke, disappearing into the chasm. Talrand, it is.
I thought it was
your
like
turn.
100 feet down that the ash and smoke started. That is a fair bit of a fall to happen in 0 time.
Into a cloud of ash and smoke that appears to just in this moment, for theatrical purposes, be coming up out of the chasm. She falls backwards, and actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna be fair. Talrand, make me a perception to see if you can even see her through the debris. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you do see her. Her body is unconscious, tumbling downwards away from you. You have 1 shot to try and do some damage to her.
I walk over the edge.
Do it. Or acid on top of
Balthus is turning Piff into what's his name?
Gandalf.
Talrand, obviously clearly recognizing this is some sort of entity similar to the king, shouts on the hall, "Consider my restraint a gift from our fucking king, you bastard."
Oh.
Shit.
And you don't take a shot?
I don't take a shot.
All right.
You're gonna make this into an Underlord pissing contest now, you realize.
Alloy,
That
what do
was
you do?
That was specifically to... It was
If
going to be an underwear contest regardless.
If I used the back end of my halberd, would you count that as like using improvised weapon damage?
You could attempt a non-lethal strike for 1 damage. That is something that like you can always kind of like swing low and pull your punches a little bit.
Okay.
That is a thing that has been allowed in like, or at least at the very least in this moment, I'm going to allow it. That you can always sort of like swing for less if you want to try to roll to hit and then just do like 1 damage.
So, back to normal here. I'm gonna try one against Caleb.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Caleb, roll wisdom save.
Oh.
Jesus.
Whoops.
That's an 8.
We're going to be at this all day because he has to roll a 15 on the die.
Yeah, because he's got plus nothing to wisdom.
Yeah,
Be,
because you
be that as it may.
like me. There's no whiz there.
All right, so he doesn't succeed. What else do you do with your turn?
I'm gonna try again.
17. Does that hit? It does. Roll again. Wisdom. It's a critical save. I like he just like takes the butt of his halberd, just like bunk 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 bunk, like tapping him on the head. And you are woken up from the mind control. You suddenly snap to your senses.
Just
How do we gotta do
Caleb,
that?
wake up.
Now we gotta wake up the other two orcs. Yeah.
I was going to start hitting him over the head with my staff if it came to my turn.
Okay, so we got to do the same to these.
Quick,
orcs
climb up and
too?
just go smack in the face.
It's me, Alloy, the android sent by the king to aid you in this mission.
It's like,
All right. So Caleb comes to. It's just
Caleb comes too. Alloy, do you
Why-
do anything else with your turn?
Oh, fuck, man.
Like maybe poke the orcs.
That's pretty much all I
Yeah.
can do.
Okay. Now, for the succubus's turn, in this spot here, you see the succubus suddenly snap into existence. And it
Ew.
takes like a half a second to look at each of you, and then dives into the chasm and attempts to escape.
Shit.
It is just like, nope, and tries to bail
Yep.
in that
Good.
moment.
Shit, I'm out.
Bitch. Die. Today.
And kill yourself. Die. Today.
Today.
Death to you, bitch, die.
Yes.
She fucking dives into the chasm and disappears from view, thereby ending combat. The two that you are seeing, the two orcish women that are there, suddenly, after a couple of seconds, shake their heads and come to.
Snack would like to say a thing.
Snack, what's up?
Snack wants to cast Dermatology and yell 3 times louder down in his fucking cave. Salteris sends his regards.
Saltyrus.
I can't sprint say it.
That's okay. So you yell down into the chasm at 3 times normal volume. Sotiris sends his regards.
Is there an angry rumbling?
As you know, because yeah, like I'm just gonna say, as you finish yelling this down into the chasm, up out of the chasm, you just hear this.
And your cleric sucks.
And the chasm shuts. So what you're standing at now is still a chasm that goes about 100 feet down, but it goes 100 feet down to rocks. There is, at this point, nothing.
Well then.
Yeah, I kind of laughed when you guys were like, "Oh well, we're gonna start like an Underlord pissing contest." I'm like, you mean Sneck's life in mission, right? Like,
You find a small chest right there.
Tolerant, yes.
Hello,
Try to
Gordon.
open
I cannot
Sorry.
wait until we tell the king about this.
Is it locked?
It is, in fact, locked. But you might have some keys. Or you can just do that, it opens, you dink.
I could take the time to go through the keys, the several rings of keys I have on my belt, or I could just go to and open it normally.
And fuck your clown shoes religion. Bulbous the chat. Oh, it's amazing.
Just a quick time check that we are at 3 hours, guys.
Yep. Yeah, and at that, you do pop open this. You find a journal bound in leather. And you also find a small coin purse in there containing a number of jewels, a few strange-looking stones, and 20 platinum pieces.
Nice.
Okay, so that means we can free the strange stones. Probably what the
Minotaur.
was mentioning about opening the cuffs.
Yeah.
You figured it out.
I gotta double check. There's been no sets of cuffs and keys in this entire facility that we've hunted through.
That is correct.
Well,
not on any of the
there's-
people that you see here. And there's some on the Minotaur, but those ones did not have a key. Yes.
No, I mean the ones that we were supposed to be getting for Mithril Shaw.
there's also another building that we didn't check.
Right. We haven't checked the other building yet. Still, yeah.
But there's been none of those handcuffs anywhere in the building we've seen.
Not usually. No, they're usually carried by the slavers themselves, and they're used to transport people to this facility.
So we just have to do more looting. We gotta kill more dudes.
So it's killing more dudes, or find
It's
out
not-
where they've got their supply currently being kept, because the places you checked
True.
thus far haven't been the place where they keep them.
They're probably, like I said earlier, it's probably that building we haven't checked yet.
Yeah.
We can make a quick run to go check that out, and then go save everybody.
Anything else in here?
Other than the journal, the stones, and the coins, I'm
the
going to
bag of
say, there's a couple of gems in the bag. Are you looking for anything specific?
I just meant in the area. 'Cause there's
In
clearly
the
a
area,
bag.
yeah. On the table, you do see some food, which seems strange because the food that they're eating down here at this table is definitely not the same food that they're eating upstairs. The large bed that's in that corner there is covered in like fine silks. The pillows look very soft, and there's a couple of like standing candelabras next to the bed to sort of illuminate the area that is not being immediately illuminated by what was the
former pit
huge
of magma.
chasm into hell.
Looting the pillows and the silk.
Inside
Those might come in handy. You never know.
inside
Well, silk is a
the
good
chest,
health
though,
bonus.
I just want to double check. Sorry, I just want to make sure that I've got everything that I put on my list here. So you did get the bag with the stones, you got the platinum, you got the journal, and you do see that there are a set of dice. They seem to be carved from common stone.
That is suspicious. Gonna torch clean out the box.
Yep. And
Let's go
that's-
expeditiously.
And that's it.
Okay. Before we go, is anybody, including the extra hit points, the extra 10 hit points from aid, is anybody below half health?
Me.
Alloy.
I'm not below half health. I'm close to half health.
Alloy got
My
fucked
health
by
is
that
usually
fire
at
beam.
32 and I'm at
Yeah.
19.
Talon got kind of fucked too, but he's been kind of healing himself, so...
Yeah. My usual hit points are 32 and I'm at 19 right now. But
Is that
It's not
including the extra 10 from aid?
yeah, the extra 10 got hit off like at first.
Yes, but
Like-
those are but the aid spell, those are technically not temporary hit points, they're full hit points. So
Oh, okay.
if your base hit points is 33, then with
It was
aid you have
32, so it was 42, right? 'Cause it was
You're
40.
below half.
Oh, sorry.
yeah, then
So you're
yes,
below
you're
half.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
What I'm going to do just before we kind of go anywhere else is I'm going to use Channel Divinity, and basically it lets me distribute. I think it's 6 times my cleric level, so 30 hit points.
Mhm.
But it can't bring anyone up past half hit points.
That's 2 to Piff.
2 to Piff, and then as many as Alloy needs to get up to at least half health.
4.
Yeah.
Still.
Hmm.
That's good.
It's hit points return that doesn't cost spell slots.
Yeah.
So how much do we gain?
You gain 2, Alloy gains 4.
Okay.
Because that's the most you can actually do right now.
Yeah.
A little less squishy.
Mercenary Pen, to answer your question, the reason why Talron's rolling stealth to open a chest is because to pick locks, there's no separate skill for that, so it's just treated as a dexterity roll, but you would add proficiency to it if you were carrying a set of thieves' tools, or in Talron's case, if you have a hand that you can remove as a skeleton to pick locks.
And basically his total bonus to roll would be the same as his stealth bonus.
Yes.
It's just more convenient that way.
Yeah, so it's just more convenient to just roll the stealth. It's just the same thing. So it works.
That being said, I expend a Cure Wounds to try and boop heal Alloy.
Well, wait, before you do that, are we willing to wait here for 10 minutes so I can cast the healing spell?
We don't have the time.
I was gonna say,
We
I don't
do
want
not
to.
have the time.
I don't want to tell you how to do your things, but I wouldn't. Like,
Right now, it's like we need to check that last building. Then we need to gather up all the slaves.
I'm
poop them out,
99%
and then
sure
fork
that
it.
the demon upstairs knows that we just cut off her connection to.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Home?
we should probably get going.
actually,
okay.
The demon that you saw in the room that was yelling at the other guy was the one that you just fought down here.
How did
Oh,
she
okay.
get down here before we did?
I was marking
were on
the
the other-
time. You did tie rope around the handles of the door to stop them from getting out. But when she did free herself, she came out, looked around, and there wasn't anyone there. Because all the guys were outside. Like, you guys distracted a lot of the guards, so there was no bodies for her to find. And all the slaves were still in their quarters, so she was just like, okay. And then went through while you guys were up looking at the Minotaur's body. She went into the room where that guy was and went through the door and down into this area and started communing with the Lord.
Okay then.
Or Underlord, rather.
She probably thought one of the slavers was just pulling a prank on her.
Yeah. And then opened up communications with her boss to be like, what do you want us to do now? Everything's on fire. But yeah.
One of the slavers was pulling a prank on her. Clearly, one of the slavers wants to die. But that can be dealt with later. I need to go talk to the boss.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of fucked her up.
Yeah, it was like a quick cursory look around to be like, who the fuck tied my door shut? I'm not finding anybody, because she's like quickly like running around to look at stuff. Like, she didn't see you guys from where you were in your position, so it was just like, fuck it, ran over to go talk to the boss to be like, all right, what do you want now? I'll fucking deal with whoever tied my door shut later.
All right, what the hell's going on? You have visitors. Okay, thank you. Oh.
Yeah, you have visitors. Oh, fuck!
That makes sense now.
Son of a bitch, there you are!
Okay.
Your base is under attack.
Well, we went. She got. You have visitors, and then she got hit with magic missile in the back of the head.
Upstairs, should we go? Take the orcs with us?
I would say it is 20 to 11.
Yeah.
Yes, we are at 3 hours, so at this point we'll call game, and then we'll formulate our strategies, and we'll figure out what we're all doing to escape this facility with all the slaves intact next time on the Chronicles of Autometh. Yes. Yeah.
There's still technically 2 more succubi.
There is still technically 2 more succubi somewhere,
But where?
but where indeed? All right.
Find out next time.
That's right. We're going to be doing this again next Thursday.
Same evil time, same evil channel.
That's right. And for that, I'm going to bring us back to this area here because we're going to quickly do ourselves a Ragaful. Before we do our Ragaful, we're going to talk about the Ragaful because people want to know. Inquiring minds want to know about the Ragaful.
Would you like to know more?
Would you like to know more? So first, Chivalry Medieval Warfare, the game that we were talking about yesterday, is back up again today because the person who won it, turns out, already has it. So they graciously said, like, you know what? I don't know what to do with it, and I don't have anyone to give it to. You have it. And I said, okay, fine. So here we are with Chivalry once again, the first-person medieval warfare video game that inspired games like Mordhau. It's still very active. It's still super fun. It's pretty much the exact same game as Mordhau. And the second game that we have, given to us by Sovereign Salt is Through the Darkest of Times. This is a game where you play in Berlin of 1933. Adolf Hitler is Chancellor. We all know the consequences this message bore. Unspeakable horrors and suffering would sweep across the world. Few would stand to fight the monstrosity that was the German Reich. Will you lend an underground resistance group through the darkest of times? Lead, I meant to say, not lend. But there you go. So very much like what we were doing today, we're saving people from some bullshit that fucking sucks. Yeah.
Ma.
So we'll put on a little thing and then we'll roll it. If you guys want to get on that Regaful, make sure to spend your points. Estebane's in on it with 2 tickets. It's only Estebane with 2
I
tickets.
remember when Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor in 1933.
Oh, by the way,
the
Nemo,
masses
as well as
cheered.
anyone else who may be new here, please
Yeah.
do check out Doc's Discord.
Indeed. We have a Discord link down below, and that's where our community likes to hang out between our streams. Our streams happen Monday to Friday, 7 till 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have raffles like this where we give away games to you guys every day that we stream. Sometimes we stream on the weekend. Sometimes.
Aries isn't sending the Discord thing. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
There it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is. It
just
takes
took
time.
like a little while. Well, also I
Depending on
think
who you
because
are.
people were giving things to each other, and there was a whole bunch
Yeah.
of point stuff that happened.
Now, our channel loyalty points, the megawatts, are given out either by watching a stream for 2 hours, you get 1 megawatt for that, or by donations. Every Canadian dollar gives you 1 megawatt. Shit, there's Claire with 500 bits saying boo! Thank you, Claire. Yeah.
You do have to have been watching for 20 minutes for you to be able to obtain megawatts donations.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes, you have to be at least watching a stream for 20 minutes before your donations actually give you megawatts. If there was a way for me to shut that option off, I would, but it seems that Streamlabs is really fussy about bots coming in and donating money and then trying to get things with like loyalty points, which I think is stupid. So, whatever. But yeah, it's 5 megawatts per ticket if you guys want to get in on it. Each ticket you get also gets you into each raffle. So if you buy 1 ticket, that gets you in for Chivalry as well as Through the Darkest of Times. So that will go for it. Balthus got a ticket. Donberry, I believe, got a ticket. Let's see what's up. What's up? Oh yeah, Balthus got one. Esteban got one. Who wants to get in?
By the way, we're here playing D&D every Thursday.
That's right.
Other days of the week, Doc is typically playing whatever video game he currently feels like playing.
That's right.
A lot of the time now it's in VR.
Yes, because we did get funded for the Valve Index, so now we've been goofing around in virtual
Space. Virtual space.
So yes,
Yes. There it is.
So yeah, that is our whole thing. We've just been goofing off. We either do fantasy games as the self-styled King of Fire, Macbeth, or we do tech games as Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, Dr. Terrawine.
No,
And sometimes-
come on. What?
And sometimes he does zombie games.
I love zombie games so much, and Spooky Month is coming up, so no one's allowed to tell me I'm not allowed to play a ton of fucking zombie games during Spooky Months. Get out of here.
At least we get to hear a lot of Albert Wesker.
That's right. 7 minutes.
Which I find ironic, Doc.
Why?
You absolutely fucking love zombies.
Yes.
Who are characteristic of what genre?
Horror. Yeah, I know.
And
Zombies,
what's
for some
your-
reason, are the one thing in horror tropes that don't scare the shit out of me. I'm really bad for
Like-
horror things.
like of all of the games we've seen you play, if it's horror, you generally don't like it.
Yeah, I typically shy away from horror games because like I've got enough anxiety as it is, and I have enough problems sleeping as it is, and I don't want to put more on that. So fuck it, I'm not gonna get into this. But zombies, I fucking love that as a theme or a trope. Like zombie apocalypse is my fucking jam, dude. Like. And I think it's because it's as a horror trope, it is the one horror trope where consistently, if you're smart and you ration your resources and you fight, you can survive. And if you don't survive, it's because you fucked up somewhere. Whereas with things like ghosts and werewolves and bullshit, I can't do that. And so it bothers me.
So I think even like when you played Resident Evil... The one in the house with the new one.
Yeah, 7.
7?
With the mold monsters.
You got spooked a bit.
I did. Because it's like, yeah, it's a Resident Evil game. You can still fight back against dudes. Like, you still get ammunition for guns, and you can use your guns to fight dudes, sure. But it's first person, and it's deeply fucking spooky. And it's like, just, no likes.
A bit more than just zombies going on in that game.
And all of the bad guys were like Mr. X. So bullets were a mild inconvenience.
Yep. In addition to that, zombies are a thing that I enjoy killing because you're actually doing someone a favor by killing zombies. Whereas with a lot of other like monster things, it's less so. So yeah, I like the zombie trope. Like fucking, I know that it's like a theme and it's a device that a lot of people are fucking sick of, but I don't think I'll ever get fucking tired of zombies. Yeah, Claire, our resident zombie, Claire X in the chat. Zombie.
I'm looking forward to.
I've never really liked zombies because my first real experience with them came from Oblivion.
Oh damn, son!
And in that game, they were just the most obnoxious, tanky bastards you ever came across.
Oh yeah.
You could have a maxed out weapon skill, a top of the range weapon, and if you'd have to go wang, power attack, step back, power attack, step back, rinse and repeat for like 30 hits per zombie.
Fuck.
They were the stupidest health sponges around, and it was just infuriating.
Oh yeah.
Me personally, I'm looking forward to Friday the 13th.
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge amount of fun. I'm fucking down for that shit, man.
I'm looking forward to SCP.
Trying to sneak through the fucking houses in Friday the 13th to just like...
The floorboards in this house are made of 2,000-year-old whale scrotum.
Yeah.
Hey, Doc, if you got into playing some, like, Kill Your Friends and Dead by Daylight, I would totally be down for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried playing Dead by Daylight before, and it's a good game. I just don't enjoy it as much as Friday the 13th.
That's what a lot of people say.
Yeah, it's like I just don't like. It's a fun game, but I find like it's the same objective every map, and a lot of people are like really good at it and effectively, especially with where it puts the camera on the monsters, like on the killers. You can literally, as a survivor, run straight at them, and they will lose sight of you almost immediately. And if like you're not using certain items or certain things, then they can just like run at you and then stay in your blind spot, and you can't find them.
It's too competitive at this point.
Yeah. I was like, it's just like Swing Point even runs into this problem, even still playing like Resident Evil at this juncture, because like Resident Evil Resistance, he says like you get people that are just having a good time playing the game, and then you get a lot of people, especially on Steam and PC, you get a lot of people that he calls are sweaty. You get real sweaty people playing the game who are just like in it to fucking win it. Like they're 4 people all on Discord, fucking like teamed up, ready to like all pro strats, ready to fucking trash shit. Like real sweaty players come in, and he's like, it's not fun anymore at that point because they're there to win. They're not there to play the game and dick around. Like the point of the game is not necessarily to win so much as it is to enjoy yourself. So yeah.
Yeah, like I sit rank 4 at both sides, and you're talking about like people running right at you. I'm like, yeah, that wouldn't work on me more than about 2 seconds.
Well, yeah, like some people get that. I couldn't find anybody the last time we played it, and people pulled that shit on me constantly. Like there was like 2 or 3 people standing right against me, and I'm like looking down at my feet, and it's like, no, you can't see them. They're actually standing so close to you that The way that they sort of tunnel your vision in is putting the camera about 1.5 feet or 2 feet in front of your avatar's face. So as you're running around trying to find people, if you look straight down, they actually, if they're standing against your character's body, are invisible. Like, you can't see them. So I'm, like, looking around for these people, and they're just fucking gone. They're in my blind spot. So it's like this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't fun.
The learning curve is not kind. Not kind at all, I'll admit.
Whereas, like, games like Friday the 13th, like, it's really easy for Jason to kill the teenagers that are on the camp. And if they really get their shit together, like, there is a thing that they could do to try and kill Jason. So, like, there is an option to fight back, and there are items you can use that if he grabs you, you can get out of his grip, or do things to stun him briefly. And
if he's trying to go for a flashy kill, that gives you more time to
if he's trying specifically to, like, kill you using the water pump, then you have maybe a couple extra seconds to wiggle out of his grasp. And even if you do, like, you're still not going to be running terribly fast. Different characters have different abilities as well, which really helps you out while you're doing stuff. And depending on what map you're playing or where you start on what map, you have different things. Like, maybe you'll find a car battery. So you're like, okay, maybe now that I've got the car battery, all I got to do is, like, get the gas and the keys, and we can maybe fix one of the cars and then escape using that. And even then, if you get all the shit together for the car, that doesn't mean you're going to get out of there. Because if he finds you, he can maybe break your car, and then you all have to try to run. Meanwhile, somebody's called the cops. Somebody else is trying to get Tatty fucking Mason to come back on and, like, save you for some reason. Like, it's ridiculous.
Someone's just trying to survive until time runs out.
Yeah, like, it's just it turns into fucking shenanigans, and I think there's a lot more room for ridiculousness to happen in games like Friday the 13th than in the others. So I just enjoy it more.
I think the really good part about it is how impossibly random it is.
Like, one thing I wanted to say, even if you do get everything for the car, Jason could have done something I pulled in a previous game where I put a bear trap right in front of the car. So when you went to put the battery in, you got hit in the bear trap, and I was immediately alerted that, oh, you're trying to escape via the car.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's ridiculous. It's super
I was
fun.
halfway across the map, and I heard the bear trap go off, and I teleported to the dog's position.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
We've been going on this tangent for a little while now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that, but yeah, and I do understand Esteban in that, like, a bit too much randomness cannot be to everyone's taste.
I was saying that it was better. It was better for community party things because it was impossibly random.
Yeah.
You can't do it competitively because you can't go into a match and have some idea what to, have a decent strategy that will probably work.
Yeah.
Unless you get caught in it.
Like, if you're even then, like, all the things you unlock from playing it are all cosmetic. You don't get any additional items or things that you can bring into the missions with you. And in addition to that, like, again, like, yeah, because the maps are so fucking ridiculously random, and all the items are even moved around, so it's not like you jump in and you're like, oh, I'm here in this map, so I know if I go here, I'll find the battery and the keys will be here and the gas will be there. It's like, no, they could be fucking anywhere. Like, you just have to try to find shit. And so because of that, like, I fully agree. It's entirely impossible to play that game competitively. So all the sweaty people typically avoid that game as much.
Yeah, you can't even tell what items you're going to need because you won't know what you need until you find the cars.
Yeah, or like the boat, or whatever the fuck else. You get the fuse, and you're like, oh, so I can fix the phones, and I can call the police, and then we just have to survive until the police arrive. Like, there's all kinds of ridiculousness. Phoenix, I do see your ridiculous joke in the chat, and I appreciate you, and am also disappointed at the same time.
What?
He said, why don't skeletons like spicy food? Because they don't have the stomach for it.
Talron will currently debate you for that. He's got the worst case of heartburn.
That's almost as bad.
Because he's got, those several vials of, fucking dragon jelly shoved up there.
Yeah, that's true, you do. You got that fucking napalm. All right, so our Ragaful. Who we got in here? He's got 2 tickets. Balthus has got 1. Tonberry stepped in with a ticket. All right. So, our winner now for Chivalry Medieval Warfare. It's Balthus! Congratulations, Balthus Homewood. You've won yourself a copy of Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Yeah. Okay, so... Okay. I'll save that. Good. All
Some
right.
people have butterflies in their stomach. Talron has bees in his rib cage.
And now, for Through the Darkest of Times, Esterbean! You won yourself a copy of Through the Darkest of Times.
I'm kind of excited because the atmosphere kind of reminded me of this War of Mine,
Yeah.
which is a hell of an experience. Everyone should play it.
Oh, God, yeah. And yes, for the people that are asking, my background is still those two boys hugging.
Well, it should be.
'Cause I
Duh.
love those boys.
Well, it should be.
Why would you change it? It's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah, you should never change it.
Why would I change that?
Best dad at Android, son.
Oh, good. Swing is streaming. Swing got a haircut. Oh, is Vicky streaming? Oh, Vicky is streaming.
Who?
Yeah, Vicky Bunny Angel is streaming playing Final Fantasy 12. Sure. Vicky's like a way back old friend of mine. She's a cosplayer and a model and is super cool. And we can totes pop in and say hi after our credits.
Dr. Terwat, inexplicably friends with all of the cosplayers and models that he can find in Toronto.
That's the business, man. That's my job. Gotta make those connections. All right, so thank you everybody for coming on out. After the credits, we're gonna raid her channel, and then I want everybody to laugh maniacally because I think that'll be fun. But yeah, everybody just get in there. After we're good. But till then, though, my brave citizens, thank you all so much for coming out and watching us here on our lovely business. We have been having such a good time with this. We're $200 short of our thing this month, so maybe hopefully we can get it in the last few days of next week before the first day of Spooky Month, which is going to technically be Thursday, but our first game will be next Friday. Tomorrow we're going to be attempting, I'll let you guys know in our announcement section. I'm going to try to do a Divinity stream with Spoots and Boy Wonder and Warden. No promises on that, so we will see. But till then, though, everybody, I have been Dr. Terwat, your Toronto's greatest supervillain and evil genius, your kind of benevolent DM this evening. Thank you all so much for your support, for your views, your donations, your bits, your subscriptions. We are joined, of course, by our intrepid heroes that we have here. That's not the button I was looking to press. I want to press this button. So going down the list, we have Raynor playing Drakir, our dragon sorcerer.
We shall use the bees and napalm to breed fire bees.
And we've got Esteban playing Talrand, our skeleton hunter.
I will, at some point, kill somebody with Brown Alert. I will not be denied this.
No, you will not.
Please,
I
please.
put up with Ark so much, I need somebody to suffer.
And we got Keldaka Grave playing Snek, our kobold cleric.
Snack knows Umalaut and Chatterga. Now I gotta find the rest of them.
And we've got Palanthir playing Caleb, our Air Genasi rogue. And Quad playing Alloy, our Warforged warrior.
I got to use kill mode, but no one died.
You very nearly killed that succubus. You got fucking right in there. And of course, last but certainly not least, we've got Emisaurus Rex playing Piffles, our goblin bard.
Oh.
Ah,
I roasted a guy.
yes, you did. And we will see you all next time. End of line.